Hello, everyone. Welcome to JB Rants. All right, so the last live stream was kind of cut short for good reason. But with all that being said, I don't really have to even cover. I mean, we're gonna cover it, but I don't have to make any news. I don't have to. I do not have to. The Democrats are doing it all for us. They're making their own stories. They're working against themselves in. First of all, let's look at this bullshit. What was the biggest story of last week? Impeachment. They've hated this president, duly elected 45th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, orange man billionaire with weird hair, and he says things people don't like. Guess what? He won the election. He won. I'm so sorry to inform some of you, not my audience, but I'm so sorry to inform some of you social justice warriors and you creepy weirdo Antifa fucks. You're a terrorist organization. You are terrorists. Antifa are terrorists. What do? What's the definition of a terrorist? Those who promote a political agenda through violence and suppression. Okay. So Antifa wear black masks and ski masks and put hoods over their faces and throw Molotov cocktails at police officers and peaceful folks that disagree with them. What is more pure a definition of a terrorist than that? What is more pure of a definition of a terrorist than that? What is more pure of a definition of a terrorist than Antifa? They call them Antifa, anti-fascism. You're the fascists. You're disgusting, deplorable human beings, and you call us deplorables. You call us deplorables because we voted for the duly elected 45th president of the United States. I'm not a Republican. JB is not a Republican. JB is not a Democrat. Neither am I in my private life, in my own real name, am I a Republican or a Democrat. These people are fucking terrorists. Let's read the chat. Carol Ledbetter. Hi, B. Hello, Carol. Ledbetter. Indiana Joan. Hi, Joan. Hi, B. Hi, Carol. Charlie Brown. And he will again in 2020. Hell yes. Carol. Hi, Joan. James Robert. Hi, hey, JB. What's up, James? James says hello to Joan and also to Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown's my cousin. He gets it. Even though, just because I'm from the Northeast doesn't mean that I do not have two brain cells to not rub together. You know what I'm saying? They just expect folks from the Boston area to automatically vote Democrat, just like the racist Democrats just assume that black people are going to vote Democrat because they're supposed to vote Democrat because they think they're a captive voting bloc. It's disgusting. It's the most unbelievably racist thing I've ever seen, and yet they call me a racist for voting for an orange billionaire. Well, guess what? President Trump is doing a lot of great things for the country. First president in the history of the United States to step foot in North Korea. First president in the history of the United States that has actually taken on prison reform. First president in the history of the United States. And I'm pressing him on this one. He hasn't pulled the trigger yet. No pun intended. Protects the NRA. That's not a double meaning there. But he hasn't pulled the trigger yet on the fact that we need to look into vaccines and chemtrails. I'm very disappointed in the fact that the President of the United States has not looked into chemtrails or the fact that vaccines cause autism. President Trump, your son, by all of I have 99 out of 100 in terms of the Asperger's autism test. And I ended up all right, at least I'm smart enough to communicate with others in this world much better on the internet, that I can tell you. But in terms of daily life, yeah, I struggle. And sometimes I wonder, it's like, was I damaged by vaccines? Am I just like a stupid person that's a loser that was just never got along with anyone? I really don't think that's the case. I think the fact that I was deprived of my natural social skills is because I was injected with all kinds of vaccines when I was just a baby and had no choice. And I could say, no, I don't want the MMR. I don't want measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. I don't want that, because measles is largely eradicated and it was created by the government anyway. Mumps was easily eradicated in the 1930s, and it was also another government. Most governments, notice how, what do they call it? The CDC, the Center for Disease Control. It's not the Center for, I would abolish the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, and I would reform it, fire everyone and rehire, and I would call it the CDE, the Center for Disease Eradication. But they don't call it that. They call it the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, because they invent all these fucking viruses and horrible sicknesses and they control them. That's why it's called the CDC, Center for Disease Control. It's not the Center for Disease Eradication or Center for Disease Elimination. Or maybe they should just totally change it and call it MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. They won't call it that. It's the Center for Disease Control. Diabetes, anyone ever know anyone who died of diabetes? Diabetes, completely government created. Look up. Anyway, I got to read the chat before I start really ranting. Charlie Brown, hi, Indiana. Carol Ledbetter, I'm from California and a Democrat. But since I moved to Texas, sorry, haven't voted. Good. But don't like who was running in my party, but do like Trump. Yes. Thank you. Carol Ledbetter, you have 2 brain cells to rub together. James Robert, good for you, Carol. Carol, and voting is weird here in this small town, so just didn't know where to go. Indiana Jones, very nice, Carol. Trump 2020, keep America great, flags. James Robert, I fear the MOGO of the GGOGO. I have no idea what that is, James Robert. Please elaborate, Charlie Brown. Any mental disorders are from the Brown bloodline. No, we can't go there. We can go anywhere we want, Charlie Brown, in terms of conversation, but I don't think I'm mentally ill. A lot of people think, oh, Jay, I've actually been called this. They go, I've been called this in the past. They go, JB's crazy for taking his crazy views online, especially since you're from Boston. You must have some kind of psychosis. Maybe I do. Or maybe the rest of the world is insane and I'm the only sane one. And yet, when I dig and I go on the internet, I find a lot of people who feel the same exact way that I do and just want to express their, free and forthright opinion. I don't come on here and rant and rave and throw up on my keyboard and say a bunch of ridiculous crap. I think all my stuff is very, very, very well researched and informed. There's a reason I'm approaching 700 subscribers on YouTube. Crazy people don't get those numbers. They make a YouTube video because they go, this is YouTube. I'm just going to go on YouTube. I'm going to take a bunch of drugs and I'm going to go on the internet. I don't do that. What I do is I read the news, which is all fake, which is all totally fake, the fake news. I find the real news, and I made a YouTube show based on my research and my opinion. And people watch my show on YouTube based on and by virtue of my opinions, period. I still don't know what James Robert is. I want to figure out what that means. I fear the MOGO of the go-go. I'm lost on that one. That I can tell you right now. So on a more JB type scenario, in terms of this live stream, I can personally report that I've seen a reduction in the chemtrails around my section of the country. Does that mean they've stopped? No. Does that mean that the president has stopped the chemtrails? No. Does that mean we're in safe waters now? No. However, I personally can report I'm not seeing those crisscross patterns in the skies for like the last 3 weeks. And I like that. I think that's a good thing. Maybe that just means they're focusing on can I even talk? Other areas of the country? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? James, JB, it's from the movie The Bank Dick with W.C. Fields. I have no idea what that stuff is. I got myself some, I've been rolling my own cigarettes lately. I got myself some drum tobacco. It's pretty good. I have no idea what W.C. Fields is or the movie. I don't watch, I'm 35. I have not been to a movie theater in over 22 years. I don't know what movies are. I don't buy DVDs. I don't watch that. Sadly, my only entertainment really is when I figure out something new about 9/11, fraud, or Sandy Hook, which didn't happen. No one died at Sandy Hook. No one died at Sandy Hook. It was a movie. It was a gun grab movie. No one died at Sandy Hook. If you don't like me saying that, leave the stream now. Get out of here. No one died at Sandy Hook. It was a Democrat and Republican gun grab attempt. No one died at Sandy Hook. It was a movie. Get that through your fucking head. If you don't understand that, then there's no point in watching JB Rants. If you don't understand that internally, there's no point in watching my live stream at all. Okay? Just so we're clear. Mwah. Love you. W.C. Fields, same West was hysterical. May. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. No clue. But that's all right, though. See, the one thing I like about rolling my own smokes is I actually smoke less because it takes work. Instead of just breaking one out the pack, because I have a very loving relationship with the tobacco plant. Although I guess I wish I never started, but who knows. But I like rolling my own. Kind of like one of our great friends on the internet, Blackie Fitzpatrick. He always rolls his own too. But I'll never be as good as the great Blackie Fitzpatrick. I can only hope to come close. And yes, I used to know how to roll, but now I use this little machine. This little guy. It's pretty good. That I can tell you right now. So let's get back into the news. The Democrats have gone completely insane. The Democrats have gone completely insane. The Democrats have gone completely insane. Excuse me. They have a fantastic, the Democrats, and by the way, I already said this once in this video, or no, that was in my previous video, but I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I love the president. I love President Donald Trump. I'm voting for Donald Trump in 2020. I do not like Mike Pence. I've never liked him. I don't like the way his eyes look. I just don't trust him. He came out of nowhere. I think the president had to choose him in order to win. I don't like him as vice president. I love Tulsi Gabbard. I take so much shit when I go into some of the chats. My friends, Gramps, Gramps House, Gramps Fox, Jujubot, many other channels. I get a lot of hate for saying that I love Tulsi Gabbard. I was a Tulsi Gabbard, JB was a Tulsi Gabbard supporter before she announced in 2015 and before Trump announced. I was like, wow, this female Democrat, veteran of foreign war, illegal foreign wars, by the way, totally illegal foreign wars, saying we need to stop the international bankers from starting all these foreign wars of intervention when they have nothing to do with our country. Why are we sending our young men and women to die for the bankers to topple all these foreign regimes when the United States should have nothing to do with it? Is what Tulsi Gabbard said and is saying. I love Tulsi Gabbard. I want Pence out. Trump, Tulsi 2020. I'll leave it up to the chat for me to be eviscerated and gutted like a fish. Go. James Robert used to roll cigs. Hey, Ben Hatcher, I just saw you up there. Up at the top of the chat. I just missed you because a lot of people commented. Ben Hatcher. JB, let's say Trump finds out chemtrails are real. Well, of course they're real. Would he tell us or have them keep spraying but spraying the antidote? Great point. I don't know. There's a lot of weird folks out there that are saying that the new chemtrails are Trump doing exactly what you just said. They're spraying the antidote. I don't buy it. I really don't. Carol Ledbetter. I smoked 33 years, now quit. Almost 8 years now, have only 55% USA GTGE of my lungs and have to take meds every day to breathe and not cheap. So I will say this now. JB is not endorsing smoking. It's not good. James Robert, the bank dick was 1940. I have no idea what that means, James. All I know is the banks were taken over in 1933, Federal Reserve. Indiana Jones. Anyone but me notice how much Hillary and Soros look alike? Oh. I've never thought that, Indiana Jones, but now when I bring up those disgusting demons in my mental photos in my own brain, that's kind of weird. Soros and Hillary. Could they be clones of each other? Charles Brown, what about Clinton calling her a Russian asset? I know. That's because they're scared of her. The Democrat Party is going to cheat Tulsi just like they cheated Bernie. I'm not a socialist. JB is not a socialist. If Trump did not run and win the nomination in 2020, if it was like a Ted Cruz or a John Kasich or something like that, or a Marco Rubio, I would have voted Democrat. And if Sanders was the nominee, I would have voted Sanders, because Sanders isn't evil. He's just wrong about everything. Socialism will never work in the United States of America. A lot of folks don't know that. I've said it on probably 6 out of my last 20 videos or whatever. Side effects of adrenochrome. Yes, Ben Hatcher knows very well that they engage, allegedly, JB is not saying this, but from my research done by others, they sacrifice kids in satanic rituals on the altar, scare them to death, and then drink their blood at the height. Here comes the train. And a lot of people, there goes the train. And a lot of people say, oh, JB's crazy. He says that the elites of the world sacrifice children and drink their blood in satanic rituals, and those are the ones that we vote for senators and governors and presidents and Congress and Senate. Actually, it's true. Sorry to tell you. Sorry to burst your fucking bubble. You weren't paying attention, and that's why these sick fucks came into power. And I'm guilty of it, as the rest of you are guilty of it as well. We let these sickos get into power. So don't attack me for figuring it out and exposing it live on my YouTube channel. Don't attack me. Indiana Jones, Al Green. I don't know much about Al Green. I heard he's a satanic pedophile, allegedly, though. James Robert. Doesn't work anywhere. Don't know what that means. Indiana Jones. Thank you, James. James Robert, you're welcome. Okay, good. So the chat is alive and well. There's way too much information to be ignored, is my argument, my countervailing point towards any detractors of my basic message, which is basically nothing. It's called JB Rants. I just come on the internet and I just rant. But what I choose to rant about are subjects such as this. And it's certainly not it's certainly not a way to win friends. I can tell you that. I learned from Hunter S. Thompson. Hunter S. Thompson, from my research, was Illuminati and then turned back to Christ minutes before the end of his life, and then he shot himself on his lawn. Am I right or am I wrong? Ben Hatcher. Am I right or am I wrong? Charlie. I hope Clinton jumps in at the last moment so we can see her get defeated again. She will, and she will. She will, and she will. Charlie Brown. She will, and she will. She will jump in at the last moment. She'll get the Democrat nomination, and she'll lose again. That's exactly what's going to happen. James, socialism doesn't work anywhere. It's been tried. Exactly. And that's historically proven. Venezuela. Do you want to be Venezuela? Do you want to be Honduras? Come on. Give me a break. These people are crazy. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who doesn't know what a garbage disposal is, whose number one supporter, whether it was a plant or not, doesn't matter, screams at one of her rallies, we have to start eating the babies. We must start eating the babies. There's no more time. There is no more time. There's no more time left. Global warming, it's you people. It's you people. You're creating too much CO2. You're creating too much CO2. We have to start eating babies. We must start eating the babies. And AOC does not stand up and say, what you said is kind of crazy, but let's talk about quote unquote climate change. She just passes over it and goes, everything you said is kind of right, but yeah, there's a lot of things we can do. These people are demons. They're demons, folks. Come on. Why do I have 5 people watching? I should have 1,000 people watching right now. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice. Praise Yahshua, Jesus Christ. From now on, I'm only going to say cheese and rice. Indiana Jones, that was Bizarro watching that. Holy moly. Yeah. Yeah. Think it's a little bizarre? A little bizarre? I love seeing libtards cry. So do I, Charlie Brown. So do I. I love seeing them cry, to be honest. I do. I'll admit that, straight. Puppet Soros candidates. Yeah, it's worse than that. She's out there. Guess she lost it. Nah, I think she was put out there. No one that insane makes it anywhere unless they have premeditated backing. Ben Hatcher, eugenics and population control is the end goal. of socialism. Absolutely. Less people, less popular vote, total government control. Too many people, we can't control all of them, so we have to reduce the population into our little netted slave class that believes what we teach them in public schools, and they will reign in Satan's glory for 1,000 years until Christ comes back. That's the facts, folks. That's the facts. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. That's why you even see it coming into the mainstream media. This is not only political warfare, it's a spiritual warfare. What does it say in the Bible? For we wrestle not against fleshly problems, but against principalities and powers, those in the unseen realm. That's what's happening right now, those in the unseen realm. Yeah, they might be human beings, 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, 2 hands, 2 feet, stand 6'5" or 4'1" or whatever, black, white, Asian, orange, Indian, whatever. Yeah, they're people, but they're demonically possessed people. And they run the Democrat and the Republican Party. That's why they hate President Trump. He is not demonically possessed. He's been saying the same goddamn fucking thing. People don't come to my channel to hear me talk nice. They've been hearing the same goddamn fucking thing from Faggot Bush and Faggot Bush Jr. and Faggot Obama, and fucking they wanted it was supposed to be Bush Clinton with Obama basically being the, you know, in a baseball game, Obama was supposed to be the setup man for the closing pitcher, Hillary Clinton. Guess what? You lost the ball game. You fucks. You're stupid. You're stupid because you're demonically possessed. You're run by demons. You are run by demons. Demons. I don't know if they're interdimensional. I don't know if they come from another planet. I don't know if we've been invaded by aliens. I can tell you one thing, though. They're not people. Just because you can shake hands with them and they have 10 fingers and 10 toes doesn't mean they're people. And I've dealt with them in my personal life. And I can tell you, they're not people. Back to the chat. After that cutesy little thing I just did there. Huh? Let's have some fun. Gerber's baby puree. I've never heard about baby puree. It wouldn't surprise me, James Robert. Although that just made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. LOL, James. I'm reading the chat backwards. Indiana Jones, I agree, be demons. Yeah. And I don't know if they're from another planet or another dimension. I don't know where they're from. I'm not smart enough to know. Only God knows. But they are not people. They just look like them. Scary. And I've dealt with one that I know of, and maybe many others in my life. But one for sure. And he's dead now. He killed himself with alcohol because after I defeated him, he basically left the world. That's another story for another day that I can tell you right now. Yeah, look at their eyes when they talk, says Indiana Jones. That was a big thing for me. What really, really helped me wake up, to psychopaths, which is what I basically call demons in, human skin suits, essentially, is they are extremely good liars, but they're not great in terms of their body language. And when Indiana Jones says, look at their eyes, whenever they tell you their truth and what you're supposed to believe about what's going on when you're dealing with these cucks, with these fuckers, with these disgusting whatever they are, even though they look like people, they always do the shifty look to the right. So if you look at my eyes right now, they're going to tell you, yeah, well, of course, I'm out for your best interest. Why wouldn't I be for your best interest? What, do you not trust me? I mean, you and I are practically best friends. So why wouldn't you trust me, So maybe tomorrow we can discuss things further, and it's going to be for the benefit of both of us. And plus, I have a girl to introduce you to, and, she's young and should probably, love what you're into and, I've known her for years, and they just feed you all these lines, but they're always looking to the upper right, always looking to the upper left. It's the upper right in reverse. They just lie. It's lying to them is they don't have to think about lying. It actually happens automatically. They just vomit lies because they work for the opposer. They work for the opposite of truth. So of course they're going to be the best at lying. But their body language is dog shit. Hillary just ain't right upstairs. James Robert. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck is going on with her. I did a lot of research into that. Indiana Jones, look at their eyes when they talk. Yes, I do. Look at everyone's eyes when everyone talks. That's the easiest way to filter out a demon. Back to James. Hillary just ain't right upstairs. I've done some research into this whole Kuru thing. I'm not fully on board, but a lot of it makes sense. Allegedly, Kuru is a brain disease when other folks eat other folks, people eating people, aka cannibalism, when they ingest prions. So, for example, we are not genetically predisposed to be able to be cannibals and eat other human beings. God has prevented that in our genetic code. So, therefore, some of these people that eat people, they end up with a disease called Kuru, and they go all crazy, and their eyes get all fucked up, and they act weird, and they have spasms, and they look at Hillary during the 2016 election. Just don't listen to JB. Go and Google Hillary Clinton Kuru, Kuru, and you tell me. I don't know. Is it symptoms of Kuru? I have no idea. Eyes are the window of the soul. I hope you guys trust my eye contact. I know I'm over the internet, but I promise you I'm not evil. I've done a lot of bad things in my life, but I promise you I'm not evil. I certainly don't work for Satan. That I can tell you right now. But yeah, when you look at Clinton and, when she's all like, what was it going, when the balloons were coming down after the fake DNC friggin' stole the election, stole the nomination from Bernie Sanders, and all the balloons and the visual stimulus and confetti comes down, and Hillary Clinton is like, like, like this is a candidate for president, and all that visual stimulus just made her act like a total fucking weirdo. It's pretty damn funny. People can't see it. It's pretty damn funny that people cannot see it. Joan remembers Tina's songs and TikTok Davies. Hello, welcome. I'm just doing a pure rant right now. Just so you know, I'm just doing a pure rant. I'm interacting with the chat. Tina's, and we're doing my usual conspiracies, and I basically just took a giant pickaxe to Hillary's ice house. So that's what it is. But I have to go, well, I'll just tell you, I have to go take a leak. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll leave everything open. I got full battery, so that's good. I'll be right back. Thank you guys so much. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Something I totally disagree with, by the way. Tina's Songs and TikTok Davies. I smashed the like button. Thank you. Carol Ledbetter. Not here dose he have to add me. Tina's Songs, am so tired. I don't know how to do any of the fancy stuff on YouTube. I totally suck. I'm way better on mobile device. Indiana Jones. Hi, Tina. Tina Songs. Hi. Tina Songs and TikTok Davies Night. Peace, Tina's. We love you. Thank you very much for coming by. Indiana Jones, good note, Tina. Carol Ledbetter, that's a long leak. Yeah, I ate I ate 4 vanilla wafers too. Someone honked at JB. No, that was someone opening their car who doesn't know what they're doing. And the other reason I took so long is I asked my younger brother, I go, that song by that band, Pink Floyd, we don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. I almost wonder if that was like a band that was teaching us what was going on, or if the government was telling us what they're doing to us. Does that make any sense, what I just said there? I hope it does. Because I really don't know, and I'm not playing stupid. I'm just telling you. I have no friggin' clue. Hey, Sandra Cannon, what's up? Nice to see ya. We love Sandra Cannon. I met Sandra Cannon years and years ago, along with basically everyone here. Indiana Jones, James Robert, back at Gramps. I just have my little stream. You know, I'm the farmer's market around the corner from the grocery store, if that makes any sense. It is what it is. So we're going to do a little bit more legal, totally legal plant product. And no one's going to say shit because it's totally legal. And I'm an adult and make my own damn decisions. By the way, President Trump, if you want to bring billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars into the country like you already have and want to do more, legalize, 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 legalize. Doesn't mean everyone's going to start using pot. Legalize. Trump, come on. What you doing, homie? You're my president. I love you. Do it. Legalize, legalize. Come on. Such a cash crop. Jelly Duck has joined us. What's up, Jelly Duck? We got Sandra and Jelly Duck. I cannot even believe that I have 7 folks watching this live stream, because you're basically just watching me rant. I don't come in with any. You guys are basically just watching me because I'm JB Rants. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jelly Duck, Sandra Cannon, Indiana Jones, James Robert. Jesus Christ. JB, you have 10 people chatting when your boss called. Yeah, I know. Kind of weird, huh? But that's all right. That was about a whole different thing. It's because I'm buying a car soon, so it is what it is. And Ben Hatcher. I forgot to mention fucking Ben Hatcher. My bad. Ben. I'm sorry. What up, Ben Hatcher? Also, with us. Ben Hatcher and Jelly Duck 100 and Sandra Cannon and James and Indiana Jones are all going to be instant friends. I can tell you that right now. If you can put up with me, you certainly can put up with each other. JB Carroll doesn't have her wrench. I don't know how to give people wrenches when I'm on the computer. It's easy to do when I'm on mobile. But I'm not allowed to live stream on mobile unless I have 1,000 subscribers. That's how YouTube has screwed me and screwed all of us. I don't know how to make someone a moderator. Hold on, let me try to make Jelly Duck a who was it? Who was it? All right, Carol doesn't have her wrench. Okay, so let me go back to Carol. Let's see if, because it's not me, it's YouTube. All right, click on Carol. All right, click. Okay, so it posted Carol Ledbetter's Love That Song, and we see beautiful Carol there. All right, so how do I make her a moderator? Comments, banners, brand, private chat. Yes, I don't know how to do it. Edit? No. Edit has to do with me. It's the top. If anyone knows how to do it, just tell me. I just don't know how to make people moderators on. It was super easy when they used to let little streamers like me, like us little tiny, streamers, when they used to let us do things normally. It would just be you click, boom, blue wrench, boom, and it's done. But they don't let you do that anymore because it's all about control, and that's fine. I fully understand it. And that's well within their right to do so because YouTube is a totally private company. But I'll never get it. So StreamYard doesn't have ad moderators, but I'm on YouTube. Oh yeah, so yeah. So I'm using StreamYard to get on YouTube, right? Carol Ledbetter said, I think she means ask Alec how to do it. I will. Absolutely, I will. Next time he's on. Or just tell him to send me a private message because I work a lot now, so the chances that I talk to Blackie or Alec within the next, few days, given my work schedule, is slim chances. So tell him, yeah, JB is asking, how do you add moderators when you do a StreamYard thing on YouTube? And he can private message me, and I'll fix that right away. But as far as I'm concerned, everyone here is a moderator. As far as I'm concerned. And I met Jelly Duck 100 at Michael Fire Jr., the best hour of my day. And now he doesn't go on anymore, and that sucks. I mean, I couldn't watch it anyway because he used to go on when I work. But for anyone who still keeps in touch with Michael Fire Jr., tell him JB says, hey, and I hope you're doing well. Good guy. Very good guy. And thank you, Carol Ledbetter. I'll do my best for everyone here. I just don't know how to do all this fancy stuff. You know what I mean? So let's get back into the news a little bit. So we'll do this quick little update. I know this is not going to, I'm sure this is going to actually shock everyone. Breaking news. Hillary Clinton is not in jail yet. So we have to think about that one. Joe Biden lies and lies and lies, and his dentures fall out and his eye leaves orbit. But they're still saying Joe Biden is number one in the polls, along with Pocahontas or Liar Watha or whatever we want to call her. These socialist demon rats are having. I think Warren had a rally where she had like 1,800 show up. Basically, a high school gymnasium full, and that's the front runner, right? So Elizabeth Warren is the front runner. That's the vision and the voice of America. 1,800 confused, basically kids. I can say that I'm 35. I can say that at my age right now. Basically kids showing up. 1,800. Donald Trump, the 45th duly elected and awesome orange president of the United States, my favorite MAGA president in history, had 22,000 fill a stadium with over 50,000 trying to get in. And they think that they're going to win just because they own all the news networks, including Fox. Just because they own all the news networks, including Fox, and they think they're going to win. They think they're going to win the vote by promising the American people everything. You know what? I hope they win. Because when 2 years, 3 years after they collapse the economy, because socialist economies never last. Look at Venezuela. It will be it's going to have to be the reformation of the United States, and everyone's going to go, man, I wish we had Donald Trump as president right now. Man, I wish we had that. That's what they're going to be saying. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, that's what they're going to be saying. It's actually Kuwait City, Indiana Jones, Jelly Duck. Message him now on Facebook. He's on. Carol Ledbetter. I did not know Blackie was on. If I knew, I wouldn't have gone on. I don't want to step on the toes of my student. Indiana Jones looks so beautiful there, Jelly Duck. Jelly Duck 100. Coup d'etat. Yes, it's beyond a coup d'etat. Well, I mean, not beyond. It is. It's really, really disgusting what's happening. And they're not doing it for good reasons or righteous reasons. They're doing it for purely political, demonic, Vatican-driven Illuminati reasons. They work for the devil. They work for Lucifer. The Democrats and the Republicans work for Lucifer. A lot of folks don't understand that this is spiritual warfare, okay? It's people who are fighting and voting and doing all this stuff. But this is really a battle in the heavens. If you don't get that, you're really not going to fully understand a lot of the craziness that's actually happening. I'm not saying I understand it fully, but I have a grasp of it, and I can speak with confidence on my YouTube channel that I can help maybe guide us through the weeds in a way. Charles Brown, I'm lucky if I can figure out how to comment. Yeah, same way here, dude. Whenever I set up my video and then I hit click and like everything doesn't work perfectly, I'm like, what the? And then I start over and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's because I didn't follow one of the 25 steps. Trump rallies have $18 for security. I don't know what that means. $18 for security? Do you mean 1,800 security officers? Carol Ledbetter, nah, just online. I messaged him, no show. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll find him. Charlie, how can they not see the difference in the size of the crowds in attendance? They can see. That's why they don't report it, Charlie Brown. That's why ABC, CBS, MSNBC, all the Fox, all of them, they'll show a little clip and they go, oh, Trump held a rally, and then they'll say, Beto O'Rourke holds a rally in a town hall, and they'll show everyone cheering and cheering and cheering. And it's like 50 people in the audience, all there, paid, by the way, paid to be there, paid to be there, paid to be there. It's because the media understands, sadly, that most of society, perception is reality. Perception is reality. So what people perceive, what they're told, what they see, just like the Matrix, what they see, smell, taste, and touch is their reality. So if the media controls what they see, smell, taste, and touch, then they control reality. So if they show a Trump rally and they show only the president's face and they, immediately off the screen, and then they turn the camera around at a pedo O'Rourke rally, allegedly, and they show 50 people in the crowd, they'll zoom in on the 50 people going crazy who are all paid to be there, holding up signs. They'll make that crowd look like it's a crowd. And most of America is fucking stupid enough to believe it. It's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. It's really, really disgusting. Baba, hi-yo. Baba Yaga, hi-yo. How can they not? Oh yeah, I got Charlie, Indiana Jones. Yes, it is spiritual warfare. God damn right, it's spiritual warfare, and I'm not getting tired. I'm getting even more energized as the worse their attacks come, the stronger I become, and all of you will as well. As long as you're tuned in and paying attention, take the red pill. Take the red pill. Take the red pill. Take the red pill. Sandra Cannon, Boogeyman. Indiana Jones sounds like applause machines. I knew those existed, and I've never thought of that, but maybe they're using applause machines. Wouldn't that be sad? Just like laugh tracks and the unfunny comedies. Oh my God, Indiana Jones probably right. I never thought of that until right this moment, until Indiana Jones said that. They've had laugh tracks in unfunny sitcoms back when I was growing up that no one watched, but they wanted to make it seem like it was funny. So they would use a laugh track. They probably have applause tracks for all these failed demonic freaks. It's very rare that I learn something from someone else these days, but Indiana Jones just yeah, she says hello, yes. I never thought of that until now. Doesn't it make sense? No one's going to these rallies for these demonically possessed fucking pygmy chinchilla looking child raping weirdos. No one's going to their rallies. Oh, so they use camera manipulation, and also they're using applause tracks instead of laugh tracks. Mind blown award of the day goes to Indiana Jones. I bet that's real. I'm going to look into it. Good girl, Indy. Don Juan, what's up? Agent Don Juan, how are you? Welcome to JB Rants. This is totally a rant tonight. I'm in a good mood, I'm sober, and I'm just, going off of the chat. James Roberts says, hey, Don, Jelly Duck 100, hello, Agent Don Juan. Sure sounds like it to me, LOL. Yeah. No, I think Indiana Jones totally... I swear too much. All right, so I won't swear because I respect Indiana. All right, should actually take that in reverse. I will swear. Indiana Jones is so fucking right with what you just came up with right there. That is brilliant. They use applause tracks at these Democrat rallies, just like they use laugh tracks in the sitcoms no one watched in the 90s and the 80s. Brilliant. Beto got 400 supporters at a rally in his own state. Trump probably 70,000 plus in the same state. Yeah. No, these other candidates are a joke. And again, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Trump supporter. I love Tulsi Gabbard. I've learned a little bit about Tulsi Gabbard from some of my other chatters that I have to look into because I sort of missed a few things about her. So I'm going to look into it. But as of right now, I think she's a fine person and would be a great candidate for president, not in 2020. I am Trump 2020. Make America great again, fully. MAGA 2020. However, I got to look into this Gabbard. Be safe, Jelly Duck. See you soon. Peace. Troglodyte has joined us. What's up, Trog? Looks like Jelly Duck has to peace out. I can't really see where they said they're going, but that's okay. So peace out, Jelly Duck. Thank you very much for coming by. This is truly just a pure chat. I didn't come on here with any requisite, like sometimes I have a topic. I didn't do that tonight. I just came on and the chat's filling up. So I guess you guys want to stare at my, as a guy, what am I? I'm a solid 7. Let's be honest. Like, I'm not ugly, but I'm not like I'm not Tom Brady, I'm just JB. So maybe you guys just came here to stare at my face or listen to my conspiracies, which are mostly reality. If you do your research, which most of my audience does, which is why, by the way, some of y'all disagree with me from time to time. That's a good thing. I don't run the kind of show where it's like, if you disagree with me, I don't want you as a part of my show. No, you're the most important part of my show because I'm on a truth quest. I have been since age 19. That's a lot of years. So the more folks disagree with me, maybe I prove myself right. Maybe I'm proven wrong. That's the only way you learn, is to be proven wrong, figure out the truth, and keep moving forward. So by no means ever anyone be intimidated by the fact that I stick my face in front of the camera and just go live. If we disagree on something, that's good. We're both going to learn something. That's the whole point of this damn operation. Her strings are pulled from the same globalists. Baba Yaga, are you referring to Miss Gabbard? And Troglodyte, I think I already got you, but if I didn't, hello. 100% of unborn babies do not support Tulsi. Okay, so she's obviously for abortion, but disguises it. I did not see that. I thought she was pro-life. And Nick Daniels, I missed you there. Hello, Nick Daniels. Is Tulsi Gabbard Council of Foreign Relations? I don't know. If she is, that's another strike against her in my book. In my book. In my book. I cannot vote for someone who's pro-abortion and works with the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR. Babies have hope always. Yes, Carol. Unless there's something called abortion. I fully understand sometimes children are born, and by the way, you were, and I'm going to say this deliberately wrong in the English language on purpose. By the way, you were a children once, and you were a children once, and you were a children once, and you were a children once. We had no choice whether to be born or be aborted, you know? It's just one of those things. That's why I'm against it. That's why I'm against abortion, because it's taking life without legal representation. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I understand sometimes, you know, a girl gets pregnant and it's, you know, possibly that situation. I don't say it. I never call a child it. But that situation, it is, in terms of that situation, something they can't handle. Adopt. You know, put your child up for adoption. There are so many loving parents who can't find children that they want to adopt. Put your baby up for adoption, and he or she will have loving parents. Don't have to murder. I didn't even know what the word abortion was when I was 6 or 4 or 11, but I always knew there was something weird going on, and this is it. Troglodyte. That and the fact she's a gun grabber. Okay, I trust my audience too much. I think I'm done with Tulsi. If she's a gun grabber, pro-abortion, and attended CFR, I'll make my formal retraction in a non-chat video probably tomorrow because I do my own research. But if those 3 things are true, I apologize. Baba Yaga, Tulsi policies, ban guns, 15-hour minimum wage. I agree with 15-hour minimum wage. Yes to reparations. I disagree with that. No electoral college. Okay, I'm done with Tulsi yesterday, but I'll keep reading Baba Yaga. No fossil fuels. Done with Tulsi. No nuclear energy. I agree with that. No limits on abortion. I'm done with Tulsi. Open borders. Done with Tulsi. Medicare for all and more. Okay. I'll make an official denouncement video tomorrow, and I am so sorry to my audience. I got caught up in the hype. I mean, I haven't independently verified all these claims yet because they're not on her website. I've been to her website. I'm not walking into this totally blind. But if she said those things on the campaign trail, I've missed them. I will find them. I will expose her. Ugh. I feel really awkward right now. You chose to open your legs and then to have to go through the choices you made. Sorry if crude, but truth. Yes, Carol, that's true. Troglodyte. I'm having fun watching her throw a wrench into the corrupt democratic machine, though. Yes. But obviously, Troglodyte, it's apparently a show because they all stand for the same thing. They are sick. They are mentally ill and sick. Nick Daniels. Looks like she is Council on Foreign Relations. God damn it, son of a bitch. Troglodyte. That was from Nick Daniels. I inserted the goddamn it, son of a bitch. Troglodyte. She just seems reasonable compared to the rest of the Democratic clowns. I almost said clones. Both terms work, clowns or clones. Yeah, she really does. What a great marketing campaign. She's very reasonable spoken like this. She's not like Elizabeth Warren, who's like this, like, yeah, we're going to take your guns and everyone is bad and men are bad. And oh my God, can you imagine a President Pocahontas? I hazard to even go that way, even sarcastically. Agent Don Juan, the thing we learned with Obama, who I voted for in 2008, by the way. Sorry, folks. Yeah. I was 24. I voted for Barack Obama in 2008. Sorry about that. True, Carol. Birth control has been Agent Don Juan. The thing we learned with Obama, speaking well doesn't mean you are correct. Yeah, that's true. I just learned that right now. I think I speak very well. And it turns out I was a Tulsi supporter. And I just learned all these things. And, oh, Lord. Indiana Jones. True, Carol. Birth control has been available through many ways, free of charge for many years. Sandra Cannon. Tulsi definitely is on Council of Foreign Relations. She hosted the council in 2016 in Hawaii. I'm getting sick. I'm so sorry, guys. I was almost fooled again. Ben Hatcher. I'm gonna do my own research and I'll make my official decision tomorrow in a non-comment video. But you guys are smart. I know where this is going. Ben Hatcher, don't trust Tulsi. Look at the politics of Hawaii. She's trying to set up Hillary while putting the spotlight on herself for a future run. That I agree with. I didn't miss that. Ben Hatcher. I'm going to read Ben Hatcher again. Don't trust Tulsi, although I did up until basically 5 minutes ago. Don't trust Tulsi, but what Ben continues on to say is, look at the politics of Hawaii. She's trying to set up Hillary while putting the spotlight on herself for a future run. That I already knew. I just didn't know she was CFR and pro-abortion. I was brainwashed, I guess. Even me. I was somehow brainwashed. James Robert. I remember one point, $1.65 minimum wage. Wow. Troglodyte, LOL JB. Don Juan. It's a hell of a time to be a libertarian. Yeah. Well, I'm a Trumplican conspiratorian, so I don't know if I'm necessarily a libertarian, but I would consider myself a constitutional following, God-loving Trumplican conspiratorian. That's my political party. Swallow that and put that on a t-shirt. LOL, we are killing it, Indiana Jones says. LOL, we are killing it. Yay. Sandra Cannon, it's okay, JB. We are all waking up at our own pace. Yeah. Well, I started to wake up at 19, and I thought Obama voting for the first black president was part of my waking up. Turns out I was opposite. Carol Lidbetter, sorry. Got a call, I'm back. Don't apologize. Take your call. Even my most Don Juan, Agent Don Juan, even my most staunch liberal friends down south, they are conservative on finances, progressive on social issues. Same with conservatives, way more progressive than in the past. Ben Hatcher, Make America Great Again, MAGA constitutionalist. Yeah, so Ben and I, that's why we naturally, and I think I know why Joan just said we're kind of rocking. It's like I just looked up at the thing. We have 12 people watching. Oh my God, all of a sudden I have to do a good job. I need the chat to continue to be awesome because all of a sudden I'm doing a good job. I haven't had 12 people watching in many, many months. This is kind of cool. Kiwi Lover, hello, Kiwi. Thank you for coming by to JB Rants. But it's really more, I should call it JB Chats, but I can't change my name. Everyone knows me at this point as JB Rants on a lot of other channels, so forever I'm JB Rants. But I should call it JB Chats because the chat's running the show. That I can tell you right now. All we have to do to get to get this back to what it was back in the total unbridled enthusiasm that all of us kind of came together and frankly met each other, I believe, at places like Gramps House and Jujubot, which I think Don Juan is kind of the king of Jujubot in the chat, if I'm right. I just don't go to Jujubot that much because I'm a moderator at Gramps, and so therefore I can get away with saying, certain words that, since I'm not a moderator at Juju, and I don't want to be, I don't. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, it looks like YouTube almost tried to screw me over. But anyway, I was talking to directly to Don Juan. The whole reason that I'm not at Jujubot that often anymore, and I'm not gunning for moderator, I don't want to be a moderator on her chat, but some of the mods over there don't know me. And since I am a moderator at Gramps, when I'm in a mood, which I'm in a mood right now, when I go into Gramps and I say, like, basically some really fucked up things to some people, to me they're totally reasonable, but to some folks they might come across as a little fucked up. No one can like just strike me or ban me. You know what I mean? So I hang out at Gramps because I have that blue wrench and I can get away with my conspiracies there. By the way, all of my conspiracies are true. So I'm not trying to play the victim here. Everything I say is very, very well researched. I don't just, Yeah, it froze here too, Indiana Jones. Kiwi Lover froze for a few seconds there. But at least everyone's back. That's good. Oh, Trog, I didn't even know that. Very nice. And even Gramps, I used to be there for those, I was unemployed for a year, which was crazy. So now that I'm fully employed again, it's like my internet time is probably, I try to go on once a day during the week. I can't always do it. So maybe I go on 3 nights a week, 3 afternoons, evenings a week. And I try to go on at least once on a Saturday, at least once on a Sunday, just so I can stay in touch with everyone. Not that my show is good, but it's like, I've historically found if someone, has the, whatever it's called, to put their face on camera, if you build it, they will come. 12 people in the chat. So let's do a brand new, fresh round of shout outs. And thank you guys so much for putting up with my information. Troglodyte, hello, and yo. James Robert, hello, and yo. Indiana Jones, hello, and yo. Kiwi Lover, hello, and yo. Nick Daniels, hello, and yo. Carol Ledbetter, hello, and yo. Don Juan, the agent, hello, and yo. Baba Yaga, hello, and yo. Ben Hatcher, hello, and yo. Sandra Cannon, hello, and yo. That's what I'm saying when I do the Y little O 0 little O 0 little O 0. I'm saying you, yo. All right, I think I. $13, I got 11. That's okay. I never ask anyone to hit the like button. If you want to hit it, that's cool. So I'm wondering, since I'm kind of on a roll here, where I should take this. I think I know where I can take it. Has anyone in the chat, and I'll answer first, has anyone in the chat ever seen a UFO? My answer is no, I have not. In person. Has anyone ever seen a UFO? I personally have not. And everyone thinks that because I dive into the realm of conspiracies that I would be like the ultimate aliens guy. Believe me, I can do 10 shows on it, but I'm just asking this one question. Has anyone in the chat ever seen a UFO? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Let me light up some of this completely legal plant substance, and we're gonna get into this. This is free content. All right, since everyone's kind of public anyway, no one can get mad at me for mentioning your name and answer, because you've already signed on to what you're getting into. Nick Daniels, no, has not seen a UFO. Sandra Cannon, no, has not seen a UFO. James Robert, yes, has seen a UFO. Kiwi Lover, yes, I have. Or I'll just read everyone. I don't want to say yes. Kiwi Lover says, I have. Baba Yaga, yes, in person. Ron White has just joined us. What up, Ron White? How are you? Yes. Indiana Jones, yes, 3 times. Always with other folks. Indiana Jones, hi, Ron. Nick Daniels, I don't think so. Agent Don Juan, I've never seen one. I've seen some crazy spirit-like things. Me too. No UFO. Me too, Don Juan. That's another video. Ben Hatcher, no, but I've been searching videos every day for last month, and it's getting crazy. Yes, that's why I brought this up. Indiana Jones, seen those also, Don? Yes, I have as well. I've seen entities. I don't know what they are, but yeah. Carol Ledbetter, hubby said yes about age 14 while fishing, and me yes more than once. Kiwi Lover, me too, Joan. Mostly felt it though. Yeah, me too, Kiwi. Yeah, we've probably dealt with the same kind of thing. Michael Gonzalez has joined us. What's up, M. Gons? How are you? Everyone would be moderators if I could figure out how to do it, but I don't know how to do it on the PC. Michael Gonzalez, no UFO. Okay. Granny Goose has joined us. Granny Goose, very new member of our community here. No, but my niece and nephew who lives out in the country on 5 acres in East Texas. Okay. James Robert. I heard little kids running through the woods at 2 a.m. near a cemetery and no house within a mile. I don't know what that means, James Robert. Michael Gonzalez, as much as I want them to be. Okay. Indiana Jones, hi Gonzo. Carol Ledbetter. I'm so on that other video about spirits, etc. We're going to do it. Ron White. I'm watching and working too. Hell yeah. I'm working in the morning. I need to go to bed soon, but I get a really, really good chat going on right now and nice topics. I love this stuff. Hey, a granny, Sandra Cannon. Hey, Michael James Robert. Hey, Granny James Robert. Kiwi Lover, my dad saw his dead brother 4 months before he died. Yeah, I've had some of those. Kiwi Lover, I've had some of those. And I'm not going to say what I should say, but I'm not going to say it. Ben Hatcher, Ron White, way to multitask. Yes. That's why my voice has to be good, because sometimes you can listen to a YouTube show, not have to watch it. You can work and listen to the YouTube show. So that's why it's, what's the word? Peep. That's why it's paramount that I perform. That I can tell you right now. Granny Goose. Hey, Sandra. Kiwi Lover. Hi, Michael Gonzalez. Indiana Jones. James. I had children giggling and running upstairs in home. But children that weren't there, is that what you're saying? So, like apparitions of children, voices, and feety, pitter patter going on when there was no one up there? Joan? That's what he said, Sandra Cannon. My mother, Granny Goose, my mother saw. Oh, here comes the train again, guys. Sorry. Ugh. All right, train's gone. Indiana Jones, my question to... Hey, Dean Machine, what up, yo? What's up, homie? Hey, Dean, this one's for you. Dean Machine, this one's for you. Kiwi Lover, I've had my deceased boyfriend get into bed with me. Okay, so I want to take... Troglodyte says Trump train. Correct. Make America Great Again, vote Trump 2020. And that was the Trump train. Although it was probably filled with a bunch of fucking libtards. Dean Machine, nice. Well, yeah, this is for you. It's half tobacco. What's the other half? What's the other half? Must be a conspiracy. James Robert. That's... But I'm going back... I'm going back to... I'm going back to Kiwi and Joan in 2 seconds, but we have new comments coming in here. Michael Gonzalez, we should be fearful of UFOs, period. If they are real, all creatures, as we understand them, do things to fulfill a need. Yes. Even people doing charity do it to fulfill their need and desire to help. Yeah. So what Michael Gonzalez, the brilliant point that he raises is one of the fundamentalities. Is fundamentalities a word? Let's just rephrase that. Is one of the fundamentals of survival is self-preservation. So everything Michael Gonzalez, everyone should read what Michael Gonzalez said there. So I'll read it for you guys before I go back to Kiwi and Joan, because that's an interesting thing I want to touch upon. Michael Gonzalez says, we should be fearful of UFOs, period. If they are real, all creatures, as we understand them, do things to fulfill a need. Even people doing charity do it to fulfill their need and desire to help. Yes. Self-preservation. And Kiwi and Indiana Jones had... Kiwi Lover and Indiana Jones had some very interesting things to say, where it was... Indiana Jones said that she heard basically pitter-pattering of children upstairs, and Kiwi Lover had her ex-boyfriend climb into bed 4 months before he passed away. What the fuck am I supposed to say to that, other than just listen? How interesting. And by the way, I believe both of you, because I've had similar experiences. Kiwi has seen a triangular UFO in Washington State. Yeah, that's called the TR-3B Astra. That's ours. It's our best vehicle, so far as I know. They decommissioned the Aurora project back in 1986 and invented the TR-3B Astra in the 70s, and it's all about declassified, or it's all just about declassified. It will be declassified soon. The Flying Triangle is ours from my research. It's a great vehicle. It can go any direction. It's one of those ones that can go in the water without parting the water. It's one of those ones that can go from 0 to almost light speed instantaneously. I don't know how it works. Well, I know how the engine works. If you guys want to hear how the engine works on the Flying Triangle, just let me know with a 1 in the comment section, and I'll tell you how my research has told me how it works. But yeah, those are ours, and it's a great vehicle. Indiana Jones. James, they saw pics of his home, over 150 years old. The vintage pics had 2 children on the balcony. Carol Ledbetter. We have a lot of clairvoyance with the women in my family. Yeah, a lot of folks have told me that I'm an empath. Maybe that's the male version of a clairvoyant. And for the record, all the clairvoyant, self-claiming clairvoyant women that I've dated have told me that I'm what's called an indigo. So whatever that means for the clairvoyants out there, I've been told that not just by not only passing strangers and coworkers, but also women I've dated who consider themselves to be clairvoyant, and some of them are very, very interesting. They've called me an indigo child. So who knows what the fuck that is. Granny Goose, after my big Brindle Pit died. After my big Brindle Pit died. Oh, like Pitbull? I would hear him at night while I still lived in Texas. Don't hear him now back in California. Charles Brown 1. Carol Ledbetter, you could be. Yeah. Don Juan is hopefully putting up links to the TR-3B Astra. So the way that the TR-3B Astra, the flying triangle, works, a lot of folks have seen this triangle UFO and they think it's alien, and I don't blame them for it. The SR-71 Blackbird was invented in 1949 and was declassified in 1974. So the United States and the B-2 bomber, I forget when it was created, but it was declassified in something like 1983. You know, the stealth bomber, the B-2 bomber, the stealth bomber, the flying triangle. But the quiet one that a lot of folks see floating, hover, it's giant. Some people say it's as, from point to point to point in the triangle, it's like a football stadium. This is a huge vehicle flying silently, no sound, and can disappear. And the way that they do that, from my research, I'm not saying I'm right, but from my research, they used Nikola Tesla's technology. And for anyone who doesn't know who Nikola Tesla is, he was the scientist that basically invented free energy and they didn't kill him because that would have been too obvious, but they stole all of his patents and then just made him go away into poverty and obscurity, except for researchers like folks as myself and many of us. But basically, what you do is you take liquid mercury, and somehow, I don't know how they do it, but they do what's called a supercooled high-speed reverse conductor. So basically, you have mercury in tubes in two basically columns right next to each other, and allegedly they're about 3 foot wide and about 5 feet high per engine. And what they do is when that liquid mercury is accelerated in reverse spinning, and you can just use basic engines for this, but spin it as quick as possible. And I'm not saying this is true. This is just from my research. Allegedly, if that reverse spinning mercury, so you get one clockwise, one counterclockwise, will basically create a torsion field that rips a hole in time and space. So therefore, you don't have to worry about a particle of dust ripping through your vehicle when it's traveling at, basically subluminal, which means just below the speed of light speeds, but literally rips a hole in time space. And that's why these vehicles allegedly can go like, and then just disappear in the sky. That's where all the pilots and Marines and Navy people have seen them and talking about. Foo Fighters, says James Robert. Yeah. And allegedly that's how those engines work. I don't know if I'm right. That's just from my research, and that's the most plausible explanation that I have found to date. Michael Gonzalez, ho hum. We have a flying wing. Kiwi Lover, interdimensional beings. That's what I think orbs are. I think orbs are interdimensional beings. And I actually unintentionally lied to you guys earlier. I said I've never seen a paranormal activity. I have seen orbs. I've seen a white orb and I've seen a slightly orange orb. I believe that they're interdimensional beings. That's what I believe they are. Kiwi Lover. Am I right or am I right? Baba Yaga. Supposedly Q is aware of Nikola Tesla's technology and want it released. I'm a Q follower. I won't comment, but I'm a Q follower. Don Juan, hey Mikey. Indiana Jones, agree Kiwi. Kiwi Lover. And I've heard JFK Jr. is not dead. You guys are... that's why you're watching my show, because you understand my personality. Kiwi Lover, I will not comment. However, I agree. And I have reason to agree. Ben Hatcher, information is power, so you keep it unidentified until you can use the information. I agree. Look at the president. Look at our awesome, duly elected 45th Orange President of the United States, Ben Hatcher. Information is power, so you keep it unidentified until you can use it. Needed to get brain farts out. Hiya, everyone. Ha ha. Well, thanks for letting that go on my channel. Michael Gonzalez, Granny Goose. Indigo aura means you ate open to intuitions. Are, not eight. Oh, okay. Are open to intuitions. Okay, I got it. Troglodyte. I've seen a black orb and a white one. Yeah, I've seen a white one and a slightly orange one. I don't know what it was. I saw one the white one was during a rainstorm. It might have been ball lightning, if that exists. And the orange one I saw on a camping trip when I was up at Pawtuckaway State Forest in New Hampshire. It came over the pond. It moved slightly right, and then it just went down. And I wasn't even scared. I was just like, what the fuck was that? Did I just see a UFO? Like, because that's before I was into anything. I was like 14. That's before I knew anything. If I saw that now, I'd lose my mind. Don Juan, interesting topic. Don't thank me, thank the chat. This show is all about the chat at this point. Trump Taiwanese, sorry. I'm the king of Taiwanese. Ah, troglodyte. They floated by me in the dining room. Whoa. I mean, really, whoa. You're in the dining room and an orb just comes through. Like, holy fuck. I do, though. I do think JB will go on record as saying that there's much more out there that we can just see or smell or taste or touch, just like the Matrix says. That's why the Matrix is the most important movie. Matrix 1, the first hour of Matrix 1 is the most important movie ever created. That I can tell you right now. Ben Hatcher, what's the best video you've seen, JB? Do you mean UFO or orb videos? Dean Machine just now. Yeah, my video. Michael Gonzalez, yes, Trog, without some alteration via a technology we do not have, UFOs would melt or sonic boom due to the speed they travel, correct. Lightning struck the tower on her house. TV blue, orb came across the room, Agent Don Juan. Orbs don't scare me now, a full-body apparition, then my butt is gone. Yeah, I agree. James Robert, ball lightning, yeah. Oh, Ben Hatcher, did you see the recent pictures of TR3B? No, I haven't looked it up in about 2 weeks, but it's just one of my things. If I'm bored, I do go on Google Images and type in recent images. And by the way, once my show is good and I learn how to really use StreamYard and I'd be able to, get you guys on in the pixelated things on the boxes on a certain side of the screen, and I can pull up video and keep myself live, I'd be able to pull those pictures up right now on my show. I just don't know how to do it yet, but I will. But I'll check it out after I end the show. Indiana Jones, Granny Goose have had ball lightning 3 times in the 3 years lived there. Pretty freaky. Definitely makes you look. I think I saw ball lightning. I'm convinced that's what it was. Don Juan. She said it exploded at the end. Indiana Jones here. Don Juan, the Ord. Don Juan literally told me this a few weeks ago when I visited Baba Yaga. Maybe they use elements 115, element 115 for power source. What's element 115? What would us laymen know that as? James, I've never seen ball lightning, but I bet it's cool. Hell yeah. I think it was ball lightning, but it was, yeah. It only lasted about 2 seconds, but yeah. Kara Ledbetter, LOL, wrench me. I will once I figure out how to do it. I just don't know how to do it. On mobile, it's easy, but I'm no longer to live stream on mobile because you can't live stream on mobile. Oh, by the way, you can't live stream on mobile unless you have 1,000 subscribers. About a month ago, I was at 6,000 something subscribers. I think I'm close to 7,000. I must be doing some pretty good stuff on my videos because a lot of people want to like participate in what I'm doing here. Seth Rich JB, spice this chat up. Well, Seth Rich was murdered. Seth Rich had the emails. And Seth Rich was what's called Arkancided. If people are stupid in my chat and don't know what Arkancide means, it's back when the Clintons were in power in Arkansas, in Mena, Arkansas, when Billy Boy was raping a bunch of kids, allegedly. JB's not saying that. Allegedly, he was raping a bunch of kids and abusing a bunch of women, allegedly. JB is not saying that, but allegedly, from my research, allegedly. And was dealing literally tons and tons of cocaine, allegedly. JB is not saying that, but allegedly. Arkancide is when someone who found out about it, like allegedly those 2 kids at the train tracks who saw the tons of cocaine on that train going to Mena, Arkansas to be put on the Clintons' allegedly private plane and flown to wherever it was going to be flown to. So those folks, and then one of them, mainly, the wife, we call her Killary, ran for president in 2016, and one of her chief staffers had his own laptop, and it had most, if not all, of those missing Clinton emails, and Mr. Seth Rich was shot in the back, and it was called a robbery, even though they left his expensive watch on his wrist and his wallet in his pocket. So that's the deal there. Ben Hatcher comes in with Donna, and I researched this extensively when it happened because I smelled it right away. And Ben Hatcher comes in and says Donna Brazil was at the hospital before Seth Rich got there. I did not know that. The reason I say I've researched this extensively is because I've researched it extensively, and I've never heard that. Ben Hatcher, I never heard that about Donna Brazil. Peace out, Kiwi. Thanks for coming by. Poof. Thank you very much for coming by. JB Rants. Thank you, Kiwi. Have a good one. Baba Yaga. Element 115. Fuck. You guys are cool, but the chat's going fast. All right, I gotta... Baba Yaga. Element 115 is what the infamous Bob Lazar, yes, Bob Lazar, Area 51 researcher, is a whistleblower from the 80s, and they used to power UFO crafts. He allegedly worked at one of the Area 50. Yeah, like I just said, he's a big deal in that genre. Well aware of Bob Lazar. I probably wouldn't be where I am today as a conspiracy researcher if Bob Lazar did not exist. He got my mind thinking right when I was a young kid. Doesn't mean everything he says is correct, but I believe his story, and he seems like a very sincere person. So God bless Bob Lazar. Guy's awesome. Granny Goose. And allegedly, Bush 41 and Bill Clinton worked together to bring in drugs and flood inner cities. No, that's not allegedly. They did, Granny Goose. It's called the Bush Clinton Crime Syndicate. They run drugs, money, and child trafficking, allegedly. JB does not say that. From my research, allegedly. They're the kingpins of it, allegedly. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Watch at your own risk. Anything that you say here does not reflect anything that anyone should believe. Please go do your own research. The show is for entertainment purposes only. JB is very clear upon that. That I can tell you right now. Carol Ledbetter. I wish I had half your followers on my page. Well, all of my followers, please go to Carol Ledbetter. Jesus Christ. James Robert, JB, have you heard anything about FBI or some kind of federal agents that turned up dead in or near Little Rock a few years back? Maybe, but I have to say no, only because it's not popping into my head right away. I do so much research, James Robert, and I'm not saying that to be cool. It's just a fact. It sounds exactly like something right up my alley, but I don't specifically remember anything, but I'm sure it's in there, and I'll look into it. Michael Gonzalez, same here with Element 115. Carol Ledbetter, followers, Indiana Jones. Night, Kiwi, love to you. Yeah, we gave Kiwi a good, proper JB goodbye. Dean Machine, Carol Ledbetter, can I put you in time out for fun? I have a wrench, baby. Yeah, I wish I knew, because I invented the moderator-only channel. But that's when I was allowed to live stream from my phone, and then YouTube changed the rules. And now when I'm on this, this laptop, I can't figure out how to goddamn make anyone a moderator. It's a disgrace. Here's a Agent on One. Here's a conspiracy. The second biggest oil refinery in the world just got blown up by the Iranian-backed rebels, of course. Yeah. Anything that goes on with oil is always suspect. Ben Hatcher, I just caught up with the chat. You guys were awesome talking with each other. I had to fast forward because I was losing the most recent comments. But I wanted to read what Ben Hatcher, I'm in Arkansas, and the answer is yes. Is there kind of a culture there, Ben Hatcher? I want to ask you a specific question. Is there a culture there like the Clintons were great and we miss them, or is there a culture there like, we're so sorry that Arkansas was under those criminals? Like, I'm just curious. And frankly, you don't even have to answer, but I'd appreciate it if you would. Ben's in Fort Smith. Clinton's in Arkansas, cocaine, troglodyte, yeah. I don't have to say allegedly with that one. It's all proven. There are books written on it. There are New York Times best-selling books written about all the cocaine dealing that the Clintons oversaw in Arkansas. So I don't have to say allegedly on that one. I mean, give me a fucking break. It's like, why are these... we got these criminals run the Bushes too. The Bushes are just as bad. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a Christian Trump supporter. Ben clarifies and says, it's MAGA country here now. Hell yeah. Carol comes back with, my mom designed the control panels for 9 Mile 2 in Oswego, New York, the nuclear plant. No, I do not. But she obviously had a high-level security clearance to have a job like that, and that's very, very interesting. Carol Ledbetter. James Robert. Yup, truck. Ben James. I am as well. LOL. Arkansas is a beautiful state. Well, Indiana Jones is beautiful, but Arkansas is a beautiful state. It is unfortunate the Clintons live there. Yeah, I never talk about poop. I never do poop jokes, but that's kind of like a turd in the punch bowl. The Clintons in Arkansas, because I want to go to Arkansas and have a goddamn soft shell crab po' boy and just like hang out with locals and drink beer. And then it's inevitably going to come up when we're rubbing elbows and like, wow, she's kind of cute. And hey, man, your beard's awesome. And we're just like smoking cigars because you can probably still smoke, no pun intended, with the Clintons and the cigar. But we're just like, I can just picture it like soft shell crab po' boy. Like, yeah, dude, that sounds interesting. Oh, hey, lady, you're cute. You want to dance? And then inevitably the fucking conversation. This is my fantasy of if I ever go to Arkansas and hang out at like a dive bar. The Clintons are going to come up and my mood will just go from like 98 to like 40, like bathwater to lukewarm. It'll just be like, oh, yeah, fuck the Clintons. Why'd my phone just do that now? It's kind of weird. Anyway. Hot Springs, Arkansas, beautiful state, nice people. Hell. Oh yeah, New Orleans, soft shell crab po' boy. The restaurant, the whole reason I came up with that fantasy is when I worked at that restaurant in Cambridge, the chef actually came from New Orleans, and he was actually a former convict. He had all the tattoos and the spider tattoo, but he was a good cook and a good chef. And he made the soft shell crab po' boy, and I had one at the first time at that restaurant, and it was really, really good. 2 deep fried soft shell crabs in the breading, highly seasoned, lettuce, tomato, and like a garlic A's all on like a fucking grilled roll. It was really good. I still remember it. Trog says Nolans. Yeah, I know. I say Nolans too. No. New Orleans. New Orleans. No, it's not. James Robert Smith is in the River Valley, and the humidity is brutal. I hate humidity. But it's a short drive to the mountains, and it's usually nice there in the summer. That Cajun food is amazing, Carol. Yeah, I like pit beans too. Some people say it's Cajun, some people say it's Boston. I have no idea. All right, folks, I think we're doing good. How am I doing as your host? Press, because I'm. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm fully confident. I almost stole a line from Blackie, but I don't care about, thumbs up or thumbs down. I almost said as filler. I'm almost laughing right now. Press thumbs up before you leave. By the way, how good is Blackie Fitzpatrick doing? Awesome show. I just don't get to watch him because I'm working, which is a good thing that I'm working, but I don't get to, I used to be at Blackie's every fucking day, but I can't go there that much. Damn it. James, dang, Ben, don't remind me of that, jackass. M-Guns, JB, I know how feel about bringing the troops, but where do you stand on Turkey in terms of the global conspiracy? Turkey has never entered, to me, from my research, into the global conspiracy. That's why I'm not doing a lot of research or, frankly, paying attention to it. I think they're using it. I think the international bankers are using. I think they have, the 5th largest army in the world? So maybe there's some resource and asset there. From my research, I don't think Turkey is particularly a nation that has a giant gold reserve. And this whole thing with Syria, I think it's really just the international bankers going, okay, so Trump won't play ball with us. They won't do the PNAC thing where they said there would be 7 wars and 7 nations involved in these wars over the next 25 years over in the Middle East. And then eventually it's going to become a giant state of Israel. I think maybe they're trying to work towards that. And I think Trump is trying to stop it. And I think Turkey's on the outside like, hey, we're supposed to be doing this piece of this global puzzle. Hey, we're supposed to be doing this piece of this global puzzle. And Trump is like, well, that's not very much good for America, so no, you're not going to do it. So literally preventing massive war and genocide, and yet they call Trump a genocidal maniac. I don't understand it. Does anyone? Can someone educate me? I'm not the singular voice here. That I can tell you right now. Ray Baker was a full-blown jackass. I don't know who Ray Baker is. Michael Gonzalez, bring the troops home. Hell yes. Indiana Jones, my kitties are enjoying the show with me. They love you also, B. We'll tell you kitties, I love them. I love kitties. My, family cat, because everyone knows I used to live on my own. Now I'm back here for a little bit. The big black cat, he passed out in the sun for about 4 hours today on the porch. An orange cat, that's what we call them. That's what I call them. An orange kitty was just like all day. Like I'm just, oh, I think I might do some laundry. Like, what are you doing, master? I'm just like, hi, hey, how are you? What's up? I still miss our dog though. Grabbing Granny Goose, we still have a base and troops in Syria. Trump pulled less than 50 men because if he had left them, we would have had to fight the Turks. And they are allies, yes. But the mainstream media doesn't report it that way. That's why I haven't been following this story that close, because I know the way that they're making it a big deal, it's like at a Granny Goose, at a certain point, it's like, can we let the fucking president be the fucking president of the United States? Can we just let him do what he's supposed to do, which is do whatever is necessary for the best interests of our country? It seems to be a topic lost on many of the folks in the media, on television, on radio, and on chat forums, and in our daily lives, and at the workplace, and in our families, and in our friends. Can we just fucking let it go and let the president be the president? Is my response to that. Joan, you forgot to call me today, says Carol. Right, B, you're so right. Thank you, Carol. Well, yeah, because I'm just a real person. I'm not a perfect person. I've made more mistakes than anyone in this fucking chat room. But I'm not a perfect person, but I'm not stupid. And you know what's cool? I'm still pretty young. 35 ain't that old. Yeah, it is. Fuck. But I'll be okay. I'm going to get everything straightened out by before 40. But that I can tell you right now. We shouldn't have been there. Trump put the ball in their court. Exactly, Ben. The president of the United States is brilliant. He's a lot smarter than me. James Robert, he used to come to the Trolley Museum and throw rose petals on Bradley Martin. I had to leave when he was there. I have no idea what the fuck that is. James Robert, I have no idea what you're talking about. Indiana Jones, nah, I didn't, Carol. I have not been feeling well for almost a week. We've talked about that, Joan, but we talked in private, and I know that it's not like a bad thing. You're okay. I will ask next day off and try again. Carol says 35 is young. Wait till you're 50s. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, 35 is pretty old. Nah, but I get it though. Because I'm 35, I look at someone when they're 20 and I'm like, yeah, no, I talk to them the same way. So I take I cultivate no consternation when someone says that I should be thankful that I'm 35 when they're in their 50s or whatever. Just in the same way that I don't Now at my age, I don't look at someone in their 20s who thinks they know everything, and I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, you think you know everything? All right, cool. You're in your 20s. Oh my God, Carol Ledbetter is taller. Oh, I thought she said 5'5". She said I'm 55, so she's 20 years in me. I thought she said 5'5". I'm 5'3". Sucks. It's not easy. Girls love me though, I can tell you. Once I have my confidence back up and a couple bucks. But the thing is that I never change my politics and my views. I'm the same person on my YouTube channel as I am in person. That includes my hair, that includes my personality, that includes the way I dress. I never, ever, ever change. So it's like, we'll see. Carol just laughs. 5'6". Indiana Jones loves being 30. Nice. Very nice. Granny Goose is almost 70. Cool. Well, Granny Goose, if you're almost 70 and you're spending time in a channel such as mine where I talk about the things that I talk about and the subject matter that I cover, I can just thankfully say that I'm incredibly thankful for the fact that you are awake to the degree that you are awake at your age. You've either been awake your entire life or you woke up, once you got older and obviously established yourself. So age really doesn't matter. What I care about is intellect and character, if that makes any sense, because that seems to be lost on American society these days. I don't know if you've seen that, Granny Goose, degradation over the years in American society, especially in the school system, public school system. I lost my breath with that rant. That's a pure JB rant. That's why my channel is called JB Rants, folks. Thank you very much for hanging out and staying here. I haven't done a stream this long. Indiana Jones can confirm this. I haven't done a 2-hour stream in fucking maybe a couple years. It's kind of crazy. Oh, so cool. I do have an audience that has a couple years on me. I'm 35, 5'3". James is 5'10" and 63. Indiana Jones is 5'7" and 66. Ben Hatcher is 5'8" and 39. I'm going to come up with a really good punchline for this one. I'm real always. I'm just me and real and thankful. God blessed me to see a new day. I feel the same way. Because we fucking cool like that. Carol's sweet. That's something I would say. But James Robert 5'10", 63, Indiana Jones 5'7", 66, and Ben Hatcher 5'8", 39. This is called the ultimate four-way table arm wrestling match, drunken over giant tire-sized beers. That's what it is. Well, I'm 5 whatever, and I'm just, well, yeah. First you do the beer, and then you. I mean, it's fun in person. I used to do stuff like that. I just don't go out that much anymore. But when I do go out, that's kind of the fun stuff we have. I don't film my life out there. I film this life, my political life. Oh, Carol's fucking apologizing for fucking having a fucking trucker's fucking filthy fucking mouth. What a cunt she is for fucking saying fuck. Jesus. Wow, she sounds like a fucking trucker. What the fuck is fucking wrong with Carol for fucking talking like that? Jesus. Christ is king. James Robert LOL JB. I'm doing content right now. I'm in performance mode a little bit. M-Gons, 5'8", 250. Holy shit. You could run over me like a truck. I'd have to go for your neck, I'd have to go for your neck and your balls to take you down. Assuming I don't have a knife. Joke, 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 joke. Granny Goose, oh my god. Yes, all of the above. LOL. Then I started researching. I was Ancestry looking for my father's family. Then I switched over to the whole Pedogate. Oh yeah, Pizzagate, Pizzagate, raping kids all day. Yeah, government people raping kids all day. Yeah. I knew a lot have lived to see things. Yeah. Other folks are working on Pizzagate, Pedogate. I mention it from time to time in my videos. Good people are working on it. I do 9/11. I do 9/11 was an inside job. I do Sandy Hook. Did not happen. No one died at Sandy Hook. No one died at Sandy Hook. No one died at Sandy Hook. That's what I do. I do 9/11 was an inside job. 2 planes do not knock down 3 buildings, and Sandy Hook did not happen. No one died at Sandy Hook. That's what I do. Did you get that from Mama? I have no idea what that means. Don Juan says namaste. That's like some Indian things. Carol comes in with a ton of emojis. I could try to, like, I don't know how to make all those emojis. Michael Gonzalez, Bowles, if you can find them. Agent Don Juan. It's 2 potato chips and a corn nut to the left. You'll find one eventually. Okay, I have no idea. I think I'm going to stay on. You know what? Everyone seems to be having fun. I'm certainly having fun. The hell time is it? Oh, it's pretty early. All right, this one will not contain. All right, this one will be tobacco only. Because I think this is probably the best live stream I've done in about 2 years in terms of me keeping everything together and gelling with the chat and also not looking like shit. Like, everything's kind of coming together in a way. No interruptions except for the train, which I cannot control. So I think I'm going to leave the other plant out of this one, and we're just going to smoke some tobacco. And I'll keep the chat open and keep responding to what you guys and girls are coming up with. It's really, really super, super easy to do a show when the chat comes up with all of the content. And I'm not diminishing myself. Believe me, I'm not diminishing myself, but it's very, very cool. All right. So you just got to kind of roll it out. And then I'm going to go and read the chat once I get all this situated. Typically I smoke stupid, Marlboro Lights or Camel Lights or something, but I mean, I know that I have to quit tobacco. Why won't it work? But I'm probably never going to quit tobacco. I want to become the kind of person who smokes, like, has the personal discipline to smoke like one really, really nice cigar per day. Like, what the fuck? Come on. Oh, this thing is being a bastard. All right. Abort. You guys keep talking. That little piece of cigarette paper was not behaving properly. Nice. Okay, sorry about that. Bad host. I kind of intentionally pulled a blackie there, and I haven't had the balls to really do it. When I say that, what I mean is I allowed the chat to continue, and I kept behaving on camera. All right, let's see what the chat says. James says, get the patch. Yeah, I know. You need to be. Roll it by hand. I know, Ben. I should have just fucking rolled it by hand. I would have done better. Granny Goose, I vape now. Didn't like the way cigarettes made my breathing. Now when I smell cigarettes, I realized how bad they made me smell, laughing my ass off. Yeah. Baba Yaga comes in with a perfect cross punch in terms of politics. I hate Mitt Romney. Yeah, I hate shit Romney as well. Little Mittens is a piece of garbage, turncoat, awful Illuminati plant that is only out there. And by the way, what the fuck is up with this Mormon church? Is the Mormon church Joan? If Joan is still here, isn't the Mormons, are not the Mormons tied to Satanism in one way or another? Am I right, or am I totally a tinfoil hat? Oh, Indiana Jones is still here, and Carol says, wish they were here with sevens, and yes, would kick ass. I don't know what that means. Indiana Jones, Michael, they were not gay. They just drove together for years, both past wonderful women. Okay, there's parallel conversations. I don't know, so I'm not going to. I'm going to completely redo my tobacco venture here because I am thoroughly disappointed with my result. And it's weird because I work with my hands, but everything is dark. But I am no fan of Mitt Romney. I don't like him. Just his face. When I see the Mitt Romney face, I think snake, snake, liar, snake, demon, snake, snake, liar. That's what I think when I see Mitt Romney. Am I wrong? That's just the vibe I get. Maybe that's my intuition that we all talked about earlier, being an indigo or something of an empath. I just see Mitt Romney's face. I go, snake, liar, snake, snake, liar, don't trust, bad, bad, bad. That's what I think. Instantly, without even any requisite knowledge, although he was governor of my state when I was growing up. Maybe that has something to do with it. Who the hell knows? Granny comes in, Mitt's a weasel. Yeah, that's a word I forgot. I said snake, you say weasel. And even weasels and snakes don't get along. Romney is a swamp dweller, James. Robert, yeah. Baba Yaga Drudge has Mitt Romney right in the top of the headlines page today. I know, that's why I'm talking about him. Drudge, I think, has been taken over by Deep State. Does anyone else? Because I used to follow Drudge, Matt Drudge, hashtag Matt Drudge. I used to follow Drudge Report. They seem to have been taken over or threatened, or I don't like him anymore. I don't know. That's just me. Ron White, hello, and says Mittler. Never thought of that one. Mittler. Mittens, Mittler. Indiana Jones, please read your last comment. You might you, vaping. You meant to say vaping. Matt Drudge either got bought by the deep state or threatened, or it's all part of the bigger plan somehow. Yeah, Baba Yaga, yeah? Yes, Carol, I've seen all comments. Would you like me to focus on a particular one or answer one of them? All right, I'm just going to do this quick. I should be able to do this quick and get it right. Don't drop things in the dark. Okay. All right. So let's do this quick. And I'll let the chat build up too. Indiana Jones has been the victim of autocorrect as I am basically every sentence I say. You know, probably 70% of the reason that I go live is because at least when you talk live, the mistakes come from me. Whereas when you're in chat, the mistakes typically come from autocorrect. Autocorrect is so horrible. Like, for example, I could easily see an autocorrect thing come in, and it's like, we want a crab rangoon, and they're going to say, we need to trap the moon. It's just the stupidest thing. It's so funny. I mean, it's funny if you have a sense of humor. All right, so there we go. I almost want to, let me get this back here. I almost wanted to steal from one of our superstars. I almost wanted to steal from Blackie and go, look, as a filler. I did not do it. I just let everyone talk amongst themselves. Or not let everyone. I mean, you guys talk amongst yourselves, which is good. It's all about the pressure. And the women drive. Michael Gonzalez, Carol Ledbetter. Okay. Made dinner now, sitting, eating, and watching. Oh my God, I gotta perform. Be right back. James Robert, Ben Hatcher. Baba, I just looked up the picture. Indiana Jones. Laughed my ass off, Gonzo. Okay. My older sister drove for over 30 years. I could not do that. I get so homesick in a day. Granny Goose, the Dems love Antifa. Yes, Granny Goose. Antifa is the Nazi extension of what is now the Democrat Party. You know who Hitler? Back in, and this is 10 other videos. What were the Nazis? They were the National Socialists. They were the National Socialists. Nazi National Socialists. That's what they were. James Roberts says brown shirts. You know who I would nominate for brown shirt #1 in the United States? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's the head of the brown shirts of the National Socialist Party, the Nazis in America. But if you talk about this kind of stuff, you're called a conspiracy theorist or a crazy person or a racist. The Nazis were the National Socialist Party of Germany. Do you think words have changed? Do you think these ideologies have changed? The Nazis were the National Socialists of Germany. What is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC? What is she? She's a National Socialist. Come on. Thank you, James Robert. Hit the nail on the head. No, we all hit the nail on the head. You know, they used to have a joke where they say if... What's the joke? I forget the joke. I'll remember it. Anyway. Indiana Jones, yes, I'm still waiting for our governor to declare Antifa terrorists. Well, they are terrorists. The president is making a very, very big mistake. Either that or he's intimidated or compromised, or I have no idea what's going on. But the fact that the president of the United States has not declared nationally that Antifa is a terrorist organization, I don't like that he has not done that. They were ran by a meth head. Hello. That's in reference to Hitler. Yeah, he loved his drugs. I love drugs too, but I don't do meth. National Associated Socialist, James Robert, Nazi. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is a Nazi in America, a Nazi. Green New Deal, no people. Green New Deal, no people. That's what it means. If folks don't understand that at this point, I don't know how to help you. And again, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a Christian. That's it. Indiana Jones, Don. I have a personal story about eugenics. Why did that go away? What the fuck? We'll speak about it sometime, okay? I think the president will declare Antifa terrorists after re-election. I think lots of interesting things will come after 2020. Yeah, including potentially civil war. I hope not, though. Don Juan, it's crazy, Joan. Ben Hatcher. Abraham Lincoln was the first Republican president and freed the slaves. This is a fact. Don Juan. We had an entire department in the government dedicated to it. Department of Eugenics, says Don Juan. Sad face, says Don Juan. Indiana Jones, yes, it's horrible. Don Juan. Come a long way. Indiana Jones. Pure white race. Yeah, disgusting. Michael Gonzalez, JB, it is precisely that words do not change. Example, when someone uses the word Nazi, some people will use it to mean the group from the 1920s, 1940s, and only them. No, it's a terminology that exists basically forever. It's an ideology. Terms, in terms of linguistics, is different from inherited ideology, teachable ideology. And when I say teachable, I don't always mean good. Michael Gonzalez, others are speaking to bring the emotions and imagery of that group. Yes, we just said the same thing. If you think about what I just said, we just said the same thing. Michael Gonzalez. James Robert follows up with, yup, Ben. Ben said before that, Sanger, Planned Parenthood. Margaret Sanger. Yes, population reduction. Kill the unborn, the unborn, the unborn. So when is born? It's called murder, folks. That's where I stand. It's called murder. I wonder how much longer this stream is going to go. I have not done this in years. I have not done this in years. When I say done this in years, I mean been on a live stream this long. I would have done more and longer live streams, but YouTube became extraordinarily difficult for a period of. Michael Gonzalez, JB, it is precisely that. I've already read that. Excuse me, I've already read that. Baba Yaga, hashtag eat the babies. Yeah, that lady at the AOC rally. If that was a plant, great. If that wasn't a plant, great. Doesn't matter. Had the same effect. We must eat the babies. We have to start eating babies. There's no time. There is no time. There's too much CO2. You are CO2. You are polluting. You see, we have to start eating the babies. Your Green New Deal is good. You're not acting fast enough. Yeah. Good to see you back, JB. Thanks, Don Juan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm okay when, I mean, I've had a couple sips tonight, but I'm good when I'm not hammered and falling half down, Ben Hatcher says it was a plant. Might have been. Doesn't matter to me. Perfect. Works for me either way. Works for me either way. Whether it was a plant or whether it was organic, doesn't matter. Perfect. Just mwah. Perfect Italian dinner right there. Like, ooh, even down to the butter sauce. That was perfect. She was making a point. I know. But it was so good. And it came out on the internet and it went viral just at the perfect time. That was just, I love it. That was 12 oysters with raspberry mignonette and a little bit of vinegar, just on crushed ice with sea salt. Delicious. That was so delicious watching that. That's what I heard also, Ben. Yeah. Maybe it was a plant. Good. I wish I thought of that. Damn it. I really do. I wish I thought of that. That was fantastic. Does anyone else like raw oysters? I don't know why I thought of that. I love back when I had money, and I'll have money again soon. But oh man, like half a dozen oysters on the half shell on the ice with all that stuff and the salt, and you just shoot them, and you can cheers your date or you can cheers your friend. You can just be like, boom, oyster down, beer down, and then another oyster. I mean, it costs a lot of money, but I love oysters, especially raw. Sea spiders. I'm praying when he could help himself. Don't know what that means. I stand against eating babies. So do I, James Robert. Jesus Christ, I was talking about oysters. No, that lady can go eat all the in her mind, you know. They're the crazy ones, not us. Carol says, we happening. Michael Gonzalez. But that is the point, JB. Because words can have nuanced meanings. They can be used to argue. I use everyone's words against them to make my bad jokes. Isn't that right, Joan? Well, I would agree with that. But I wouldn't say they're bad jokes. You're pretty good. Michael Gonzalez. Carol, so true, Joan. Don Juan laughing. Ben Hatcher, I look up another video with that chick in it and a guy wearing the baby's shirt, and he was like, we plan on having 100,000 babies by Thanksgiving. Yes, I used to go to Acme Oyster House and eat oysters. Indiana Jones, back on the oyster train that I started. Clink, cheers. Clink, Carol. I have one beer. I'll open it in like a second. And then we can all clink. I mean, I guess it's a little better. I guess it's a little better rolling your own, but it takes time. But at least I know what I'm getting. I'm getting rolling paper and I'm getting farmed tobacco. I don't know what goes into that other stuff. I don't think anyone really knows, and they have highly paid lawyers that are never going to tell us. The real solution to this is never start smoking cigarettes. All right, so Carol Ledbetter. Clink. Indiana Jones in Nowlands. James Robert. I like oyster stew. Haven't had any in years. I've never had oyster stew. Sounds good. Oh my God, love oysters. Carol Ledbetter. Indiana Jones. Me either, James. My mom used to make it. James Robert, I guess you could get oyster soup and add canned oysters to it. Does that make it a stew? Don Juan, the day I found out clam chowder had actual clams, yeah, you know what's fucked up is everyone says Boston clam chowder is the best clam chowder. It's not. It really isn't. And they're not even well traveled. No, people from Boston make really good clam chowder, such as I don't know, someone named JB. But when you go to a restaurant in Boston, typically, unless it's Union Oyster House and you want to pay like literally $15 for one bowl starter of clam chowder, yeah, it's good. But the best clam chowder is made by home cooks like us. So maybe that's why they loud. What's the word? Loud. They loud Bostonians for Boston clam chowder. No. It's Boston people who make great clam chowder. It's not Boston restaurants. It's a fucking ripoff. Yeah, Michael Gonzalez. I can't get into oysters. They're not very chewy. Nope, you just swallow it down like a cold seafood tasting snot. Yeah, it's awesome. Hey, Sarah Parks. Oysters remind me too much of a loogie to be. Well, yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Indiana Jones, $15. Yeah, that is too much. No soup should cost more than $6 a bowl. Don Juan says, sounds like a hell of a food cart. I'd love to start my own. I want to be a food truck driver. If I had the capital and I could just give up my entire. I mean, I love what I do. I'm really, really good at dentistry and ortho and stuff like that. That's how I make my career. But if I could give everything up and own my own food truck, oh my God, I would love to have. Can you imagine JB's food truck on YouTube? I'd have like 1 million viewers in 2 seconds. And I'd just be selling like grilled cheese and chowder and hot dogs and onion rings and Thai chicken skewers and all kinds of hot peppers roasting. And maybe we could do some shawarma, make it a little Greek, and we could add some Asian into that and make noodle bowls and do all kinds of things. JB's food truck. Come on, meatballs. That was a quick little rant for you guys right there. And that's actually what I'd fucking call it. I'd fucking call it JB's Food Truck. JAYBEE''S Food Truck. JB's Food Truck. LLC, Limited Liability Corporation. James Roberts says, I have a friend in Dallas. And hello, Sarah Parks. James Roberts says, I have a friend in Dallas. I hope she's okay. Why? Is there something happening in Dallas? Is a tropical storm hitting there? Or is there another fucking mass shooting? Michael Gonzalez, Indiana Jones. Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you. Michael Gonzalez. Yes, oysters are like escargot with other large amounts of garlic, butter, and breading. Oh, James Robert, tornado warning. That's super weird because I just talked about owning a food truck. If I did something else, I'd want to own a food truck. Ever since I was a kid, I'm a weather nerd. I would love to be a storm chaser. That's kind of my real calling. That's kind of my real personality, is to be a storm chaser. So God bless them under a tornado warning. A tornado warning means basically radar indicated or spotter indicated on the ground. So either a trained spotter has said there's a warning in that area, or it's radar indicated. Both are equally dangerous. Take shelter now. Take shelter now. That's for James Roberts' friend in Dallas. Take shelter now. Take shelter now. Tornado warning means it's either radar indicated or it's been spotted by a trained spotter on the ground. Means the same thing. Get underground, smallest room, center of the building, away from windows. Indiana Jones Yipes. You two at Indiana Jones, how are you, Sarah Parks? If you want to chase storms, just move here, James Robert. Maybe I will one day. You never know. Doing well, thank you. Are you in Dallas, Indiana Jones? I live in Florida. I chase hurricanes every year involuntarily, Baba Yaga. Yeah, you do. I almost made a joke, and I'm not going to make that joke, and you're never going to know what it was going to be, Baba Yaga. But it was going to involve the shape of Florida and the whole of a hurricane, and yeah. You can hear it sounds like a train coming through, Granny Goose. I've heard that. Not in person, but I've heard that they hear that. Looks like 2 miles north of me. The second wave will hit direct Don Juan. Pray for Don Juan. You're going to be fine. Best clam chowder from Monterey Pier, California. Carol Ledbetter. I can't wait to go to California. I have an ex-girlfriend who moved out there. I have a place I could stay out there. Or mine homemade. Yeah, Carol, good. That's the kind of thing we like to hear. I like bad weather, JB. So do I. I'm a severe storm fanatic. I get pissed when the hail doesn't come when they said we're going to get hail. I get all let down. I get all sad. I'm like, man, I was going to be able to see all that stuff. And then you almost never get to. Oh, at least the severe storm. Oh my God, I can't believe I've been on for 2 hours and 35 minutes. 36 minutes. This is crazy. I hope you guys have had fun. I'm going to wind it down in a bit. But everyone is still engaged and the numbers are crazy. It's like, wow, JB's kind of like still a thing on the internet. Who knew? I guess you guys knew. And thank you very much for coming by, JB Rants. We love JB Rants. The government hates my guy on YouTube. It's so crazy. Not like I'm not doing a conspiracy theory, but they're reverse censoring me. So it's like they keep unsubscribing me from the channels I try to follow. I have to resubscribe, so I have to keep a paper list of all the channels I'm subscribed to. Like USA Watchdog, unsubscribed. I had to resubscribe. Unsubscribe. Infowars, unsubscribed, had to resubscribe. SGT Report, I was unsubscribed, had to resubscribe. It's really, really fun. And hundreds. X22 Report, unsubscribed, had to resubscribe. So I have to keep a paper list, and I check it once a week. Oh, so how many channels has YouTube prevented me from getting their updates from? It's really, really disgusting what they're doing. And it's so transparent, it's actually funny. It's funny how dumb they are, but it's also like sickly, sad, funny, ha ha ha, not so ha ha ha, kind of how evil they are. And they're so open about it. They don't care anymore. They think the public is so goddamn stupid. They think the public of the world, not just the United States, but they think the public, the gen pop, us, you, me, the plebes, as they call us, the ants. And they're the ones with the magnifying glass controlling the sun, the ants. They look at us like ants, and they think we're so stupid. But no, we're actually we're not. You know, we've exposed you weirdos, and they're not humans. We did this an hour and a half ago. I've been on so long. I don't know if they're demons. I don't know if they're extraterrestrials. I don't know if they're, something else, whatever it is, but they think we're so stupid, and we're actually not. Move by a trailer park in Kansas, JB. Michael Gonzalez. You do not chase tornadoes. The tornadoes chase you. Awesome. In Soviet Russia, hamburger eat you. James Robert, LOL, done. Granny Goose. About 89, a two-tailed tornado. Oh my God, took my sister's house out. My neighbor came and said, hey, your brother-in-law is on the news. Your sister's house got hit. They're in Texas, me and Callie. Yeah. A large part of Texas is in Tornado Alley. Indiana Jones, Don, laughing my ass off. Indiana Jones, Gonzo, laughing my ass off. So true. Florida also, LOL. James Robert. In 96, a tornado hit Fort Smith. It wiped out the north state of the north side of town. I think I've seen that one on YouTube. 96 Fort Smith tornado. I think I've seen that on YouTube. I'm gonna remember that easy and watch it later. Agent Don Juan. I used to storm chase for fun. So do I. I'm in the Northeast, so everyone knows my vehicle situation. But yeah, I'm an unofficial storm chaser myself. Agent Don Juan. In my first Lesbaru. Okay, cool. Indiana Jones. Me also Don. James Robert. It was a Cat 5. Cat 5 hurricanes, no fun. A Cat 5 hurricane is essentially a 200-mile wide tornado. That's pretty fucked up. Don Juan. He got my joke. I won't repeat it, but I know Don Juan got my joke. That was pretty slick on my part, and Don Juan caught it. Only tornadoes, Indiana Jones. Baba Yaga. I tried to ride my moped during Hurricane Charlie. Didn't work. I was like 15, stupid. Oh no, not the hail, Indiana Jones. Kim Pribel, greetings all. Hey Kim, welcome to JB Way Too Long on YouTube Rants. Welcome, Kim Pribel. Carol has a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. Carol doubles back with, Dallas. Tornado warning. Shit. Everyone in Dallas, don't take that as a joke. If it's a tornado warning, that means it is either on the ground, indicated by a trained spotter and called in, or it's radar indicated. Both are the same thing. If you are in Dallas, get underground, smallest room away from windows. Period. And hello, Kim Pribel. We love Kim Pribel just like we love Indiana Jones and James Robert and Carol Ledbetter and Baba Yaga. And I think I got everyone's chat. That's good. And Don Juan and Granny Goose and Michael Gonzalez. All right, cool. Got everyone. Michael Gonzalez. Interstates 294, 355, and 80 in Illinois protect Cook County, Chicago from tornadoes like dikes. They are each sunk down around about 30 feet before the other surrounding ground. So basically it becomes, what I take from that is that it becomes subterranean. So therefore it's almost because convection happens from the ground up. That's how thunderstorms are made. So if the ground up formation or strengthening of thunderstorms is undermined by the ground dropping by a certain amount of depth, then that would seem as a natural deterrent for storms that already exist becoming stronger, or storms that could become strong from becoming that strong. Am I right? Kim Pribel. Hope everyone had a good weekend and everyone is getting ready for the goblins and the ghouls. I'll leave that up to the chat. I don't do the Halloween thing. But that's okay, though. I've never seen a tornado. I've seen a low-hanging cloud. I've seen a wall cloud. I've seen probably about a dozen wall clouds in my life where any second something could have dropped down but didn't. I wish it would have, because, and even especially now, I wish it would have. This is why I say I want to be a storm chaser. I would love to catch a tornado on my mobile device, because I do not give out brand names unless they want to pay me. Catch it on my mobile device as long as it doesn't hurt any structures, hurt any cars, hurt any people, hurt any animals. I just want to see the weather phenomenon, see it touch down, and then go back up and just get it all on film. I want to see that. But unfortunately, in many circumstances, since we're not in control of the weather, that's another video, sometimes they do hit houses and cars and people and cause a lot of problems. Life-changing problems. Don Juan says, power is out. Don, your power's out? Granny Goose, I live... Whoa. Alright, hold on. I gotta get back. Cam, I got you. Granny Goose, I live in Palestine, Texas for 11 years. When bad weather was coming, I would make room in my inner closet and go in. My 120-pound dog would go in. LOL. There was no room for me. Well, at that point, you got to protect yourself and your family. The dog becomes the pillow, sad to say. James Robert, I always buy candy and no one shows up, so I eat candy for a week. James Robert, the accidental diabetic. Michael Gonzalez, Yip cuts the legs off tornadoes twice. I don't know what that means, but that's a very interesting comment. Don Juan, power is out. Fuck. Michael Gonzalez, 30 feet dropping into the road, 30 feet climbing out. Fuck. Baba Yaga, breaking news. Mitt Romney's secret Twitter account discovered. Its name, Pierre Delecto. I don't know if that's a joke or if that's something I should look into. Baba Yaga, thanks for sharing that. I don't know if that's a joke or something worth looking into, but I'll look into it. I can find a conspiracy in a freaking ear of corn. James Robert, seen one this spring. It hit about a mile from me. That obviously means a tornado. Holy shit, glad you're okay. I hope no one was hurt. Fuck. Granny Goose, man, when you see a green wall cloud, which I have, and hail starts falling, you know you are in harm's way. Yes, I've been there, but I've never had the funnel come over me. That's true. Don Juan says, take a video. James Robert, the green wall is enough for me. Yes, I agree. Indiana Jones, most folks, especially kids, think the home is haunted. Yup. So no kids come here. Halloween candy list is, what kind of candy do we want? Way out in the country. Yeah. Halloween's a bullshit holiday. James Robert, LOL Joan. Baba Yaga, not a joke. I know it's not a joke. Indiana Jones, true James, LOL. Agent Don Juan, yeah, that sucks. Well, of course it does. No one wants to be in harm's way. You know, why don't I just friggin' do this? I mean, I'm not tired. I am working tomorrow, but I'm not tired. I have an unopened beer, so I guess I'm just gonna open the beer. And since I have been on for 2 hours and 48 minutes, and I've been quiet and no one's bothered me, I'll make it an even 3-hour show. I'll open the beer. I will take a sip of the beer. And we will all, or whoever wants to stay, we will all chat for another 11 minutes and 10 seconds. Don Juan says, no power, no fun. No, actually, that's kind of weird, Don Juan. You're the last person I would expect to say something like that, because when I lose power, You light some candles, you know, you start the grill, even though you don't need to start the grill just because you want some hot food or something, and you go outside and you make some, like, you know, clean out the fridge in case it's going to be off, and you don't want to waste the food, so you just cook a bunch of stuff like beans and hot dogs and leftover chicken and cheese or whatever, and smoke some weed, drink some beers. Like, it's kind of fun when the power goes out for a period of time, certainly not forever. That I can tell you right now. Indiana Jones, calm before the storm. James Robert, are you in Dallas, Don? I don't think Don Juan's in Dallas. Don okay there? If Don was not okay, he wouldn't be chatting with us. Don Juan, no more wind, no lights. Fuck. Just sirens on the freeway. Yeah, because probably a bunch of poles down. Oh, Don is Dallas, yeah. James Robert hears gunshots. What the fuck? Michael Gonzalez. It's only fun until the evil cultists show out promising cookies. Indiana Jones, tornado gone. Michael Gonzalez, show up. Aunt just called. Don Juan, my aunt just called. About to get hit in Plano, Texas. Fuck. Pray for your aunt. That's all I can say. I did Kim Epic from Agent Don Juan, James Robert. Any news about the tornado yet? Has anyone ever seen an EF4 or an EF5? And I hope the answer is no. But my question directly is, has anyone ever seen an EF4 or an EF5 in person? That's a tornado. That's the enhanced Vegeta scale. Trump rally took 100,000. Yeah, absolutely. 23 inside and the rest couldn't get in. And they say he's going to lose. Give me a fucking break. Fuck you. Has anyone ever seen an EF4 or an EF5? Which basically means if you're not underground, that's just your day. I'm just curious because I never have, but I've researched them extensively. James Robert, a 5, hit Fort Smith in 1996, and I saw it. What did it look like in person? It was awesome. Okay. Oh, that was Don Juan said it was awesome. Saw it in person, James Robert, an EF5. Back to the Trump rally, Kim Pribel says, it sure looked like a super rally, Don. Glad you went. I hear 20% were Democrats checking it out. Good, good, good. Don wants such support. Good, good. He's a good president. He's not a racist. He's not perfect, but he's the best president in my lifetime. JB says that. JB says that. JB says that. Donald J. Trump is the best president in my lifetime. He's not a fucking pedophile criminal, allegedly, like the Bushes and the Clintons. I don't know a lot about Reagan. How is a fucking 4-year-old supposed to learn about the president and politics? So I don't know a lot about Reagan. But I know the Bushes and the Clintons were fucking criminals. And Carter was useless. Don Juan says another tornado warning. Fuck, fuck, triple fuck, fuck. All we can do is, when a tornado happens, all you can do is pray. That's all you can do. And get underground. Get underground or smallest room, lowest floor, away from windows. Smallest room, lowest floor, away from windows. Smallest room, lowest floor, away from windows. That's all you can do. Never seen an actual tornado. Michael Gonzalez experienced a two hiding in a mall just north of Interstate 80 in the stockroom. Interesting. Great show, B. Carol. Carol knows I'm shutting down soon because I'm kind of winding down, but thank you very much. No, the show was 90% the chat because I was very, very lucky because I had the superstars show up tonight. So it's kind of easy to. I started off with my rant. Obviously, JB is to start off. It's called JB Rants after all. I bring up certain topics, but we're not done just yet. I still have to get down a little bit more of this legal plant matter. So we're going to do another 10 minutes. Which means y'all have to do another 10 minutes. My unpaid, awesome internet friends that I've never met in person, although I have met Ben Arslan in person. So that's pretty cool. I saw a tornado touchdown in a field next to road that I was driving on going to Slidell, Louisiana, 2-lane road. Everyone stopped to watch. I'm like, drive, you morons, LOL. The only thing that I would have done different from what Indiana Jones there is she used the word morons. I would have said, you know what I would have said? Get the fuck out of the way, you stupid fucks. Get the fuck out of the way. What the fuck are you? Go, go, go. That's what I would have said. But everyone's different. Kim Prival, I saw some dancing in the sky when I played Little League in Chicago. What? Do you mean back to our previous topic of UFOs? Or did you see some clouds dancing as in, oh no, this thing might try to become a part of my life right now, as in a tornado? When I said I've never seen a tornado, I never said I've never seen a funnel cloud. I've seen like a dozen funnel clouds, but they never became anything. Actually, there's a video on my old channel, JVVA, J Very Very Asperger's, where I actually did a storm chasing video on my way traveling south to, or traveling from south to north in Massachusetts. We were under a tornado warning, and I got the rain shaft, and I got the heavy lightning and the wall cloud, but I did not get any funnel cloud. But I was still totally charged up. Emotionally, I was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Is this going to be, because you never know what's going to happen. Once the weather goes that, what's the best way to say it? Once the weather goes that shit house, you never know what's going to happen. Because it's not in our hands at that point. Granny Goose, in 2000, we had a few come in Long Beach. They had been waterspouts over the ocean that, when they came on land, started again, took some roofs. Yeah, when a waterspout hits land, it's a tornado. By terminology alone, it's straight up. It's a tornado. Why did this thing just go crazy? Oh well, I'll just redo it. Yes, B may have yelled that. Granny Goose, laughing my ass off. People are stupid, tornado illiterate. Yeah, I can't think of something more self-dangerous than not knowing the most effective. Well, actually, lightning kills more people than tornadoes do. Tornadoes are second and hurricanes are third, as far as I know. Yeah, it's very stupid not to know about it. Just not to know. It's kind of like, I think everyone from the age of 4 or 5 or 3 or hopefully 13 knows, if an alligator's running at you, what do? You turn a right angle. If a tornado is coming at you, you turn a right angle. And if it changes directions, you turn another right angle. It's like that. And you just keep going. Very simple survival strategy, because it's basically things that are traveling to hurt you in a predictable format. And if they change, you change with it. That's how you survive. Damn it. People stop being so stupid. That I can tell you right now. Kim's got some poltergeists going on. Interesting. Very real, not imaginary. Very real, not imaginary. I've experienced it years and years and years ago. So I don't know what Kim's doing, but very real, not imaginary. James Roberts seen weird stuff out of the corner of his vision before. Yeah, so have we all. So far as I know, anyone who's paying attention, I don't know what it is. I'd love to know what it is. That's basically what my research is about. I just want to figure out what most of us either, number one, don't know or weren't told. And there's a very easy overlap. Anyway, I'm going to keep my voice way down now because I am outside and I don't want to wake up any of the neighbors or anything like that. So I hope you guys can hear me. Not that my voice is really important at this point, it's more just me echoing the chat. I forget what I even called this video. Oh, I called it Redo Hey Weekly Newscap. No, it just turned into a total JB Rants. And thank you guys, my lovely audience. Thank you guys. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. But I'm proud of what I've done here. We've conveyed a lot of good information, shared a lot of stories, exposed a lot of frauds. We've shown that we're not superficial idiots who just believe what the mainstream media comes out and tells us every single day. It's like, oh yeah, you must believe A, B, C, and D. You have to swallow it whole, and you're going to go out there. And even a lot of the mainstream media folks are, I mean, look at Shepard. I was shocked when Shippy Smith, when little Shipper Smith left Fox. I was like, whoa. Fox made a fucking move there. I was like shocked by it because it happened so quickly. And no one can tell me if he resigned or if he was fired or let go or if it was a contract dispute, or no one can tell me. But I have no idea what it was. I'm just going to say I'm so glad he's gone. I'm so glad he's gone. And I don't watch Fox News all day. They're just as bad as the rest. but they're a little bit better than the rest, if that makes any sense. Well, Michael is challenging me here. What? Like, I shub Nigarath, the dark mother of the woods with the 1,000 I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. James Roberts says, I was like, yeah. I assume that means Shepard Smith. I don't know what happened there, but oh my god. Because I don't like Fox, but Gramps runs Fox, and I'm friends with Gramps, and I'm at Gramps every day. And it's great that he runs Fox in the background. And at 3 p.m. every single day, Eastern Standard Time, it's like, oh god, here comes Shepard Smith. It's like, oh fuck, I have to listen to this fucking. Okay, fine. And I loved hating it, and I loved hating it. It's one of those things, you know how you love to hate something? And he was just so stupid and would just perpetuate the CNN, MSNBC, MSD, and MSLSD lies and all that garbage. And he would be on a network that I watch with a lot of folks that I respect. And I'm like, how do they like sit at the lunch table together? Although they probably don't, because they're all millionaires and probably have like lunches catered to them and stuff. Totally lame. But when they let Shep go, I go, you know what? There might be a chance that this network is going to survive as not complete, total, and utter disgusting, despicable propaganda. And I hope I'm right, and I hope we're right. I'm losing viewers left and right, so it doesn't really matter because I'm leaving this live stream very soon. I haven't even been reading the chat or being a good host. I apologize. I've been a good host for a long time. I think some of my oldies, like, and when I say oldies, I don't mean by age. I mean by the folks that have been following me for a long time, like Michael Gonzalez and Indiana Jones. They haven't seen me do a show this long in like years and years because my life went to shit. But this evening, I'm able to do a show this long, and we've covered a lot of stuff. We haven't even covered, and I'm ready to keep going because I finally got this damn thing, ready to roll up. We have not even talked about how much of a criminal Nancy Pelosi is and Chuck Schumer, and what they did last week as a stunt is fucking treason. It's treason. They came out and they lied to the American public in front of when they know that all the cameras are on them, and they lied. The transcripts and everything came out. They lied. They're just liars. They work for the same people that I have been screaming about since I was 19 years old. I'm 35. And when I say the people, it could be different people in the same position, Folks like all these John Brennans and Clappers and heads of CIA and all these fucking internal deep state garbage. It's deep state filth. Talk about drain the swamp. Talk about drain the swamp. We're draining the swamp, and the president is taking. The president of the United States is taking all of this on his back, risking fortunes of his own, risking his goddamn life, going up against these creeps, and he doesn't even have to do it. He doesn't need to be more popular. He had 14 seasons of The Apprentice. He's made billions and billions of dollars. He doesn't have to destroy himself. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to take one thing out of this giant 3-hour, 8-minute, and 52-second rant I've done here with my friends in the chat, internet friends in the chat, It's this. Donald Trump is a good president, and he actually cares about you. He has every reason to not care about you, and yet he does. And to you fucking brainwashed Democrats out there, who think he's evil, shame on you for being fooled. For the very bad people that are abusing me and abusing you, you love your own abusers and condemn the person who's trying to save you. You're dumb. But that's okay. It's okay to be dumb. Just wake up. All right, back to the chat. I'll just pick it up where I feel like picking it off. James Robert, do you think they will pay a price for their treason, JB? Ultimately, yes. You know what that means. Adam for Christ. What's up, Adam for Christ? How are you? Indiana Jones. Hi, Adam. James Robert. Hey, Adam. Don Juan. Hi, Adam for Christ. Adam for Christ. Hey, everyone. What's up? No, great chat tonight. We get all the superstars, people who have two brain cells to rub together. I've been trying to grow my channel by taking the JB brand, because what you guys are seeing here is a brand, but it's a really easy brand because it's just me. I'm the Ask Ben Arslan. I hung out with Ben Arslan from Blackie fame. I hung out with Ben Arslan for 3 days in New York City and a day in Boston. I'm the same person as I am with my family, as I am with my friends, as I am with my ex-girlfriends, as I am with on YouTube. I'm the exact same person. So it's like me or hate me, maybe that's where I am in life, because I am who I am. But I can tell you one thing, it's consistent. So it is what it is. Carol Ledbetter comes in with interesting, look at all the killings in Port Arthur since Friday. Really lost a co-worker today, 22 and 2 small kids, really, and a week before. Crazy. I don't know anything about that, so I can't comment on it. If you want to elaborate, Indiana, oh my, Carol, awful demons. So I'll read Carol again. Look at all the killings in Port Arthur since Friday. Really lost a co-worker today, 22 and 2 small kids, really, and a 2 week before. Crazy. I don't know what that means. It sounds bad. I just don't know what it means. All right. I'm going to stay on the internet for 8 more minutes, and then I'm going to cut this show. Longest live stream I've done in fucking years. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with JB Rants. I really appreciate it. Each and every one of you are very, very important. Adam for Christ, been with us since the beginning. Don Juan, Indiana Jones, Ben Arslan. I just mentioned fucking Ben Arslan. And the train comes by. Why not, right? I just mentioned Ben Arslan and yo. Hold on. Hey, Jay. Hey, guys. I got some new cash flow. So I'm coming to USA again. Ben's coming to USA again. Fucking A, man. Well, where are you coming in United States of America? Let's do Boston and meet a few more girls. Well, we met plenty of girls, but let's really do it this time. I mean, just for my audience, I was kind of starstruck hanging out with Ben Arslan. It's like, oh yeah, this is my friend. It's totally cool. I made videos on it. But in reality, I was like, oh shit, I'm hanging out with Ben Arslan. So it was a little bit intimidating, but that's okay. Granny Goose, great chat tonight. Very much. Like Keep America Great News. Juliet. I watch her in the morning. Okay, cool. I'll check her out. Cag News, Juliet. Indiana Jones. Hi, Ben. Long time no chat. Hope all is great. So, Ben, what's going on? But anyway, I was in my winding down kind of tirade there. Oh, cool. New York City, Nashville, Tennessee, and Boston. Yes, I'll see you in Boston. We'll work it out. It'll be super easy. That I can tell you right now. I learned a lot when I was hanging out with Ben in NYC, where it's like I still have the mentality of a performer and a promoter, and I still am inherently a performer, a creator, and a promoter. But what I left in the background, I guess, or what I should have kept in the foreground, but it was in the background, which is what kind of did me under only a little bit, is that it's like I kind of pre-assumed like I'm someone when you walk up to a club, because when you're touring, and Ben knows this, and I used to know this, but when you're, frequently touring and you're in clubs and word gets around, it's like, oh yeah, that's so and so from wherever, and it's like an unspoken language kind of thing, and I assumed I still had that. Turns out I kind of didn't, so I had to use more of my vocal skill just to get some things going on, but it was not as surgical as I would have liked it, if that makes any sense. Yeah, definitely. James Robert. Don't forget, stick Blackie in a fucking suit. Call him an upright bass. Stick him in an upright bass and put him in the cargo and ship him to the United States. That would be fantastic. Because he's like 6'5", I think. Indiana Jones. Hi, Ron. Oh, so Ron White's back. What's up, Ron White? I'm still here. What's up, Ron White? Baba, I'm back. Had to go play on Twitter. Mitt Romney getting hammered for his alter ego account. Is that a real thing? He has an alter ego account? Please talk more about that. Baba Yaga. Please talk more about that. Mitt Romney's alter ego account on Twitter. I want to hear a lot more about that. And I hope it goes viral. Michael Gonzalez. Local Indiana Jones. Hi, Baba. James Robert. LOL. All right, I'm fully caught up. All right, I have to cut soon. My neck is actually getting sore. Believe it or not. I'm getting old, man. Damn it. It's like, what the fuck? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the show in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks, guys.